Welcome back to Quelmar, everyone. Today is a big one. We are so glad to have you back for the session 11 of the Just the Q of Us anthology series. If you're not familiar with what Just the Q of Us is, it's Quelmar's massive crossover project, taking all of the stories and the threads we've woven over the last 10, 11 years, and finding where those stories brushed up against each other, where the crossovers were that really established once and for all, oh my God, we are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and all of these stories are happening together. And tonight is a very special episode because we are seeing a crossover in what I have personally deemed the Nello-sphere. This is the corner of Quelmar that our wonderful game master, Elkin Gibney, has built out through metagame and secondary characters, all these one-shots, all of these other stories. Which is effectively Quelmar's version of every amazing, cheesy teen drama you've ever seen. And we are going to be leaning in hard tonight on that teen drama as we pick up with an adventure that crosses over secondary characters, from which we will be joining the character of Charlie Marlowe, and over here on the right side of your screen, TJ, you might know him as Legend. The Legend, right? The Legend or just Legend?
Just Legend.
Just Legend. TJ Legend, who was, of course, a character and a meta character in the Metagame. So let's go ahead and introduce our characters today, our players today. We're going to start, Alyssa, if you want to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about Charlie, and also maybe like your history with Quelmar, why you're here.
Sure. Hi, Alyssa. I played Charlie first in secondary characters, which, gosh, was a couple of years ago at this point. She, at that point, was playing a game of Monster Hearts as a character, so had made a deal with an otherworldly entity, which in this case, she had not read the terms of agreement on a homework help app and had sold her soul to Clippy. So
we've all done it. We've all been there.
We've all done it. I love her dearly. I'm really excited to hop back into it.
It's been how long since you've been in Charlie's shoes?
Oh God, like a year and a half, something like that for secondary characters.
That's not bad. We've had some players come in earlier this season who have been like, it's been like 7 years, but I think slip them back on. So pretty recent story, secondary characters there. And then jumping over to Johnny, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about TJ and
my name is Johnny, and Nell was our DM for Metagame, where I played TJ, and I met Nell like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And so they've been playing, running games for me for a while. And I played TJ, or by his channel name, and also his name is TJ Vlogs. That's Vlogs with a Z. He's very cool. And he was the first hit QTuber. And that definitely doesn't all go to his head whatsoever. And even if no one really cared in Ravenbean that he was famous on QTube. But I played a metagame. I played a character named Legend, who I don't think I need to go into Legend because we're not going to be playing Legend.
Probably not. I mean, you can share like a little bit. Like Legend was TJ's first RPG character. TJ themselves got into RPGs. Yeah,
he was a bard. And he was very showy and flashy, and that made it very hard to show the difference between TJ and Legend. So I'm glad I'm playing one character today.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. In fact, it's going to be weird because this is going to be the first time really that Johnny's come onto the stream not to LARP. That Johnny gets to actually hang out and be Johnny. Because previously, if you aren't familiar with Metagame, it was effectively a LARP. Everybody came online and they were already playing characters, live streaming their game. But today we are joined by Johnny and TJ, not TJ and Legend. So before anybody out there gets confused, I know Jeff's already in the chat, and Jeff watched all the Metagames, so I know we got to make sure we set the record straight.
I will say I did tell Nell at some point that we needed to do a metagame where our Legend and his party played a D&D game.
No.
That's what today is, actually. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, what you guys didn't know is that Laurel was actually Charlie's character in another tabletop
God.
game. So Alyssa was just playing Charlie, playing Laurel, playing Finn. Do I have?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so good at that. You guys had so many names in that campaign. Okay, so yeah, so that's who we've got today. We're going to be telling a Ravendine adventure, of course. Secondary characters in Metagame took place in the wonderful town of Ravendine, and let's just jump right into it. Let's go. Intro sequence. Ooh, this is the special new intro sequence just for today.
Trouble town is colder in the summertime. I'll lose my mind at least another 1,000 times. Hold my hand tight, we'll make it another night. I still get a little scared of something new, but I feel a little safer when I'm with you. Falling doesn't seem to feel so bad when I know you're falling this way too.
So, players, welcome back to Ravendine. Let's do a, in the spirit of every cheesy CW drama, let's do a Previously On, which is going to be spearheaded here by the one and only Alyssa, because Alyssa is the only person in the room here who personally experienced everything that happened to Ravendine previously. So let's catch up. Let's catch up TJ. Let's catch up the audience. Let's catch up me. Previously on Ravendine.
God, how far back? Just beginning of secondary characters?
Yeah, we could just say, Ravendine was, we'll take it from, Ravendine was a town that had some magic, and then a bunch of people did a magic ritual that dispelled the magic. Obviously, Metagame took place in that time when the magic bubble was all set up. I think, Johnny, you might remember, you guys very purposefully lived in this era. It was like, oh, we used to have some magic here, but now it's all gone. But then there was a little crack in the bubble, and what happened there, Alyssa?
Yeah, so previously on, the gang reunited, half outside of Ravendine and half inside of Ravendine. What went on outside of Ravendine is another story for another day, but inside Ravendine, the cracks in the bubble began to show themselves as entities appeared in mirrors, clone entities-ish that reflected people who sometimes were there and sometimes were not there. Messages were written in reverse in, I want to say, blood on mirrors, and general spooky vibes. Everybody who remained in Ravendine as part of the group found themselves in Ravendine Manor, running for their lives and trying to find magical artifacts to counteract what had been going on here, as people were turning into the worst versions of themselves, or mirror versions were turning into the worst versions. We still don't really know what's going on there. But a lot of running for your life.
And TJ, for your from your perspective as just a civilian in the town, unaware of maybe the larger behind the scenes occult activity that's been happening, there is it seems like the magic is returning is the most generous way of putting it, because supernatural instances and activities, things like flashes and mirrors and strange sounds in the dark, began to slowly increase until everybody was noticing it. And then, almost as if all at once, like the largest crack of all sort of happened. And here in the I think we can go into town a little bit. I'll zoom out. There we go. Down near the town center square, a very large crack that rippled off and out of pools of water that had been fallen onto the cobblestone street. Basically, the reflection in the water cracked like the mirrors, and massive supernatural energies began to funnel out. And then off of a window here and a rooftop here, and maybe the glass of the clock tower in the back of the city that everybody knows, the iconic Ravendine clock tower. That I don't know if it's ever been used in a game, but it's on the Ravendine wiki page. So it's like every time I picture Ravendine, I picture that clock tower. But yes, everything everything that's been creeping out of the cracks or appearing in the mirrors has begun to pull itself out of the shadow world, out of this other side, and has now infiltrated Ravendine proper. And so let's start with TJ here, because I think this will be the most fun thing. So TJ, give us your fantastic dramatization of the episode opener, where we're gonna catch up with TJ, probably with the camera, of course, documenting whatever the hell is happening. Maybe through, I think TJ enjoys the town square, so let's put TJ in the town square here. And for our audience at home, tonight the role of TJ will be played by this miniature of Mr. Beast. So TJ, take it away. We'll have you running towards the town square. You can tell there's screams in the distance, the sounds of people freaking out, maybe a sound of a gunshot in the distance. Ravendine's blowing up. What do you do?
All right, yeah, I'm running in with my phone. I've got it out. I'm recording everything. I'm live streaming to my audience. And I am just there's a lot of heavy breathing. There's a lot of I'm out of breath. I'm trying to get everything but I'm scared, but I know I have a job to do, and it is to record what's going on. And I do I see anyone in the vicinity that I can interact with or help if they need help, or am I just seeing chaos happening?
Yeah, I think let's make this. Since we're playing a game here, we're gonna make this a check. So in Atris, the system we're playing, there is a skill called Hunt, which can be used for looking for people or things or hunting down anything you're looking for. Do you have any hunt skills, Johnny?
I don't.
Okay, so because you don't have Hunt on your sheet, you're gonna roll what's called a luck check. And so, just so the both of you know, a luck check in this system means you're going to roll 2d6 and you're going to cross your finger for doubles. That's the only way to succeed a luck check, is to roll doubles. Okay. So let's see what you get, TJ.
All right. I did not. I got
no doubles. No doubles from Johnny, which means you run to the town square and you're waving the camera around. You're looking for anybody who could be of assistance or who knows what's going on, or authority figures, cops, anyone. And instead, what you see is what looks like a woman, probably about college-aged. And Charlie, give me a physical description of yourself.
You see, shoulder length, but tied back into a messy bun, ginger hair, missing a lot of sleep, and wearing business-ish casual, but it is sat on a couch for a little bit too long before the laundry has been put away. White woman, medium build, looking frazzled.
All right, now give me that description, and what is different about that description when it is seen in the mirror as the shadow, as the shade version of Charlie?
I think the shadows, the sleep deprivation is those circles are a little bit darker, and power crackles in her eyes.
Excellent. So as you look over into the water, TJ, you see that figure with the power crackling in her eyes, reflected in the wavering surface, and you can swear that you're seeing physical mirror cracks also on the surface of the water. And then as she reaches up and out in a very witch-like fashion, she lunges up out of the water at your camera. She disappears. TJ, quick question for you. When you watch the world, do you watch it through the phone to see what you're capturing, or do you watch it with your own eyes?
I would say he probably watches it through the phone. Yeah.
Great. Give me a vitality test. Do you have vitality as any of your skills?
I don't.
Excellent. You're going to roll me a luck check.
Okay. Nope. I got a 4 and a 3, and now I got a 3 and a 4.
Excellent. So with a failure, you are going to go ahead and take 1 wound.
Okay.
You are watching the footage of this creature lunge at the camera, and it's almost like she passes through the camera, but she doesn't pass through you. She doesn't come out the other side. And as you're watching the feed, it fizzles for a quick second. You know, maybe you're panicking, like the signal's... No, the signal's still there. That's good. The live stream's still live. But you feel yourself sort of locked to the feed. You can't take your eyes off your own camera, which for TJ is probably not a big deal. For TJ, this is probably just a Wednesday. But you do get the sense that that you don't know if it's fright, like the way your muscles sort of lock up in your hands, keeping your phone in front of your face, or just the way the hairs on the back of your neck raise. But that creature, that shade, and it's what's funny is that when you see it, the word shade comes to mind. Probably because you remember years ago playing in some tabletop game with all these shades. There was these descriptions of these shadowy figures, and so we'll use the word shade since that might be a word that TJ is familiar with when it comes to supernatural powers like that. The shade is gone. You're looking around. You can't tell where it went, but you cannot get your eyes off of your own camera. And when you spin around and you look behind you, there she is again. Charlie, this one is actually you. Coming, running down the street, and avoiding, let's say, let me think of a good, bolas. Do you know what bolas are? They're like the 2 heavy balls that are like on a rope that you will throw to try to tie up somebody's legs. There is a set of bolas that fly like just over your head as you duck into the side street towards the town square, where you heard that things were really kicking off. TJ, through the lens of your phone, you can see she is now running towards you. The shade again. What do you do?
Stop, stay back.
Sorry. Hi. Oh God, wait. Are you? No, like you're fine. You're fine. Like, right? You're fine. you're fine.
Are you fine?
That's like a really existential question, but like, yes, I guess. Right now, sure.
Over her shoulder in the frame, TJ, you can see somebody has rounded the corner behind her. It appears to be. Oh, this is so funny because TJ comes from the metagame side, not the Monster Heart side of things. I don't know. What does TJ know of lycanthropic activity in Ravendeen? Do you think, and you can say yes or no,
No.
if TJ has ever even seen or heard of werewolves around Ravendeen?
Well, I mean, I guess he would have the real world knowledge that anybody in our actual universe would have. But that's just to say he's never seen it or witnessed it or believed it to be true.
Well, for the first time, those beliefs are shaken, as it appears a true and tried werewolf, or a wolf-like figure, is holding what appears to be like a hunting rifle, and is pointing it at Charlie, at the witch woman, the shade woman, just over her shoulder, behind her. What do you do, TJ?
So I'm filming, and I'm saying, okay, so I'm not sure what's going on, but right now we've got somebody in a mascot uniform. He's holding a fake shotgun, and it's pointed at this woman right here.
Charlie, give me a agility check. Do you have agility on your sheet?
I do not. Okay.
That's okay. Give me a luck check.
2 and a 4.
That's okay. There is some buckshot that is fired, which is, it sort of scatters little pellets, and you get hit just over in the shoulder behind you as you don't duck down fast enough, and you're gonna take a wound. So go ahead and check off any of your boxes.
I'm stunned. That's not a mascot, and that's not a fake gun.
And I'll knock Charlie down. I assume that Charlie probably, because Charlie and TJ are relatively normal human beings, that's going to probably hurt and sting as the wolf man starts bearing down even closer. And then, as he gets closer, TJ...
I have an idea.
Yes. What do you do?
I am stunned, but I would... Can I ask to roll something?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, you can just
Okay.
do something, and if I feel like it needs a roll, we can see if it rolls.
It's more like I'm feeling that I would be so mentally stunned that I need to break out of this.
Let's see if this is like a sort of fear overcoming thing. Let's make that... I'm just looking at things here. Retaining willpower in mentally difficult situations. It's written right there on the game sheet. This would be what's called Sage. Do you have Sage?
I don't.
So you give me a luck check.
Okay. Dang. I got it.
Nice!
And it was 2 sixes.
Wait, we have something for that.
Okay,
yeah.
With the limited, I'm not a strong man, I'm not a fast man, I'm good with technology, and I'm good with my words. So
Yes.
I'm going to shake out of this this terror that I'm in, and I'm going to run up to this person that I don't know, and I'm going to do a strobe effect against the werewolf. And that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna
Excellent.
go really fast.
Let's make this a ranged attack. So, in Atris, this is great. We're learning all the rules really quickly. So, in combat for Atris, we do similar rolls, but they're not based on the skill itself. It's based on the conflict type. So, there's 3 types of conflict. That is melee, ranged, and supernatural. Do you have any of your skills that are ranged, TJ? So those would be agility, personality, and hunt.
Personality.
Excellent.
I'm flowing with personality.
Excellent. So you're going to make a personality check, and this time we're actually going to count how many successes you have. And conflict is always the best time to pull the stuff off your sheet because it'll let you roll more dice, which means you can make more successes. So if this is you're using your personality in some way to ward off the werewolf, whether this is just like a trick of words or mind or phone, a social media trick. I guess social media is personality.
Well, I have technopathy.
Oh, okay. I could probably stretch that. Yeah, I mean that would just be using technology as well. So if you which one since this is the first time we're doing this, I'll say. So,
I'll admit my personality is I have 3 personality but 2 of technopathy. But I do feel like this. I mean, you're the DM, so tell me if I'm wrong. But I was expecting to use that just because I was using my phone. But
yes. Then let's do that. Let's do that. And I will do an opposing roll. So you're gonna roll. It's gonna start at 3d6, and then you're gonna look at your sheet. Do you have anything on your sheet related to what you're doing right now? You are flashing a phone or flashing the flashlight on your phone that is video streaming to ward off a werewolf. Is anything on your sheet related to that?
The closest I could say, I have charming smile and motivational speech. And I have another secret too, but I'll save that for later. But I don't think that a charming smile is going to help right now. And I don't think he needs any motivation. well, I guess motivation to leave. So I guess, yeah, I mean, I could, like, I'm not trying to be silly, but like, could I say something or make like a sound? It's like a oh sound to like mess up his senses even more.
Yes. Okay. I'm 100% down for this. So you're gonna roll 66 instead, right? So that's what that
Okay.
means.
Perfect.
And I am going to also roll 66. Enemies by default roll 66. I will succeed on ones only. So we'll see how many ones I get.
Okay.
I got no ones.
I got 4 successes.
Then that's perfect. So, you just make yourself out. You probably, to anyone walking by, you probably look like the biggest idiot in the world. But to you, this is TJ's real life heroic moment, saving this poor woman from a monster with a gun.
Nobody can say I didn't, I was never a hero.
Exactly. So, we will go ahead and you're gonna watch as the werewolf does stop in its tracks, and then it pulls back a little bit, and then its face sort of demorphs, like some of the hairs sort of part around its face in a weird way, and it's squinting its eyes at you with its human face, and it says, "Aren't you Andy's friend?"
Yeah, yes, I am Andy's friend.
Yeah, you're one of Andy's old friends. Hey, how you doing? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Chat.
You might want to step away from her.
Chat. I'm not sure what's happening right now, but it's crazy. Take a look at this guy.
He like sort of waves at the camera, like. Yeah, sorry about that. I was I don't want to hurt you. I just want to hurt the monster.
She's not a monster.
Oh, she's
You're not
a monster,
right? I turn to you. You're not Charlie. You're not a monster, right?
No, not a monster over here.
Remember, if you were a monster, you were legally obligated to tell me so.
I don't think that's true, but also no, I'm not. Hi, I'm just gonna. Hi.
You're on camera, by the way.
Oh, great. That makes us better. Who are you?
Oh, I'm TJ Vlogs. I'm TJ. I make vlogs.
TJ, that's right. Yeah, TJ. Sorry, I knew that at one point in time. Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, hi, Charlie. I think my sister might watch your channel. Okay. That's why you look familiar. Yeah, no, I live in Dean. Do you know? You said you two know each other?
I don't know him.
You can give me a let's make this a personality check, a people check here, Johnny. Give me a. Let's say, I don't know, how good is Johnny with faces?
I feel like not super good.
Okay, yeah, okay, TJ. Sorry, I meant to say how good is TJ. So TJ is, if he's not super good, let's start this one at hard. So it'll be 2d6. And if you don't have anything about remembering faces, then it's just going to be the 2d6. No. And you're going to...
I got it. Yeah, no. I got 2.
Neither of those were personality?
No, it's technopathy for both of them, so...
Gotcha. So... You try to place the face and you're not quite sure. It's not really ringing any bells. And then he says to you, he says, oh yeah, no, you never came to any of Andy's games, did you?
I did. I recorded a few of them. What's your name?
It's Francis, but I never really got into that D&D thing that you guys are doing, so I don't blame you.
Well, Francis.
You might. I was gonna say, with a name, you might remember that Francis is a member on Andy's team. He was like the really short one, really fast one. It was really fun to watch him get the ball because he would just drive like right down the court.
Okay.
But he was a terrible shot. Like, he was really great at getting it to the other side, but he was never the one to make the shot.
Now, I might have been reading this wrong. Was he insulting me a moment ago? Was he trying to like make it seem like, oh, I'm not that much of a friend of Andy's? Or no? Was I reading that wrong?
I think you probably read that right.
Oh, okay. I'll tell him whether I remember him or not. I'll say, I'm sorry, it's not ringing any bells. You're on the same team with Andy? Are you sure? I feel like I would have remembered you.
He says, it was a long time ago. It's fine. It's whatever.
Well.
Now, I forgot to give us a year for anybody playing from home, for the audience, the home players. We are in the year 90... let me see. We're in the year 118, which is 2 or 3 years after Metagame. This is TJ's senior year.
Yeah.
So this would have been TJ and Andy and all of them were friends years ago. We don't quite necessarily know 100% where they stand with each other these days, but yeah. So that would have been a few years back, and unsurprising you wouldn't recognize Francis then, especially if you and Andy have not been the closest of friends. Who knows when's the last time you've been to a game? So Francis continues. He says, you might want to step away. She's been attacking people. Like, attacking, like with magic.
I don't think I've been attacking people with that. I mean, there's a lot of like weird things going on, but like I swear I don't think that was me. I would remember, right? Like, you would remember if you attacked somebody, right? Like that's not like the weird thing, right? I don't know.
Can I get a read on her if she's lying or not?
Yeah, give me a personality check. Make that a medium.
Perfect. So is that 3 dice?
Yep, medium or moderate. I always forget what the word is, but that's the 3 dice.
That is 2 successes.
Moderate. Yes, so 2 successes. It seems like Charlie is definitely coming off sincerely, if not a little overwhelmed. It doesn't seem like she's trying to cover up that she herself has been attacking people in the streets.
I know a trusty face when I see one, and she doesn't look like she would do much harm. So I think you might have people mixed up. You might be remembering.
No. Sorry, TJ. Sorry, but I would recognize those tired eyes anywhere. Hungry with power.
Weren't you the one that was just attacking both of us?
Well, yeah. Well, no. I was not attacking both of you. I was only attacking her because she's been attacking other people. I'm doing the right thing here. Come on, man.
You're also on camera, by the way.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, hi, but this is about somebody who is trying to kill people in the town right now. It's our job to stop her.
I have not been trying to kill any. I can't even look. Nope, not coming. I got nothing. So like, if you saw somebody with like magic, like, I think you got the wrong girl. I'm sorry.
You're trying to stop people from killing people in Ravendeen, but you were just trying to kill her in Ravendeen. So like,
I wasn't trying to kill her. This is not a killing gun, okay? I loaded it with buckshot, okay?
Yeah,
It's not going to kill a person. Yeah, you're fine, aren't you?
bleeding.
No, I am not fine. I mean, like, I'm not dead. Thanks, I guess, for not kill. What? No, ow.
Look, look, TJ, right?
Yes.
I have a cage back at my house. It's long story, but if we can just take her back there, keep her secure, we'll be able to eliminate whether or not she is the killer, because I've seen with my own eyes somebody who looks exactly like this burst out of a wall and throw somebody across the street. And if she says it's not her, that's fine. Let's see what happens if we lock her up and if the killings stop.
I also saw someone that looked like her, and it wasn't her. She went through my phone, and she like tried to scare my audience and scare me, but it was this weird ghost techno thing that went through my phone, but it wasn't her, because she was like somewhere else when that happened.
That doesn't make any sense, and I say that in a world right now that doesn't make any sense. That makes the least sense of all. Okay, over there, that car is growing hands, and it doesn't make and you have made less sense than that.
Pan to the hand-growing car.
It starts to walk on its hands down the street.
Kill me!
Magic energies flowing out of it. That was the most expensive CG shot in the season. We're not going to be seeing any more of these crazy CG monsters. He's here. He says, "So you got footage of her? Hold on, let's just compare the footage. Can you rewind on that thing?"
Yes, I can. But I'm gonna have to stop the live stream while I do it.
Okay. Is that a problem? Like, can I pull it up on my phone then?
Yes, you do that.
I do that. Okay. Hold
Yes.
on. So what's your username?
TJ Vlogs.
Okay. Are you on Twitch?
No, no,
You're not on Twitch?
no.
You're a QTuber. That's
I'm
right.
a QTuber.
I think
know.
Andy said that.
I'm a little older. I know.
You used to have Andy on your streams, didn't you?
Yeah, I was
Oh my
thinking of
God.
moving to Twitch, but I was like, the younger crowd is there, so.
Do you know he used to be so excited in the locker room? He used to go off about how he would be having a game like the next day. It was very cute.
Yeah, they were really fun. That we don't do that anymore, but.
Okay, so this is you, and he pulls up what looks like a feed of now his face on his camera, because you're probably pointing your camera at him, and then now there's a feedback loop, and he's looking at it, and okay.
Yeah, that's me.
And so he rewinds. Yep.
A little bit. Yep.
Because on QTube you can scrub backwards through a feed. You can't do that on Twitch.
That's right.
That's a challenge for everybody watching us at home right now. Try to go back 5 minutes. I dare you.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for that quad.
Advertisement.
He scrolls backwards and he's looking at it, and you can sort of faintly hear a tinny sound from his phone of like that, the pool and the splash and her emergence, and then suddenly his eyes just sort of go lifeless, not like dead lifeless, but just sort of like mannequin-esque, and he just starts staring at it.
Hey. I look at Charlie.
What happened when you first saw whatever you saw? Did this happen to you?
I don't think so. I'm gonna try to reach for his phone and like slip it out of his hands.
He's going to try to smack your hand away. And he's going to step backwards, and he's going to keep watching the feed.
I'm gonna
Stop?
cover his eyes.
He's going to try to push you off. Let's do opposing athletics checks. Do you have might as a skill?
Nope,
All right, so you're going to just give me a luck roll.
I failed.
He is a werewolf and a basketball player. In that order. So you do try to like cover his eyes, and he immediately fiercely pushes off. You can feel maybe the claws coming out on that one. In fact, with that little bit of aggression, I'll have the fur just sort of rewarps on his face too. So now he's like a full muzzled werewolf, just sort of staring down at his phone.
Charlie,
Can you end your live stream? Like, it's going to catch up to the present, right? Like, the problem is that it's happening, right? Like, if you end the live stream, will it?
Well, I wonder, because if I'm not recording that, then
like, there's nothing to watch.
Where is it? If it's live on my live stream, but he scrubbed backwards, where is he at now? Is he like at the point of me like meeting Charlie and like seeing?
In real time, he probably is now looking at footage of you trying to remove the phone from his hands.
Okay, so it's live on him as well.
It's effectively live on him. He's just backwards in the stream a little bit.
Okay. Can I'm gonna do something risky. Charlie, can you look at my phone for a second while it's in my hands?
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna show Charlie my phone that I'm live streaming. Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. You as you first start to try to look away from the phone, there's almost like a weird impulse that's like, well, don't look away from the phone. You guys can both look at the phone. It's fine. And so you kind of angle it so you guys can both look at the screen together, as opposed to turning it away from your face. So you guys are both looking at the feed now, which is live, right?
Yeah.
And Charlie,
can we look away?
I'm going to need a vitality check from Alyssa. Do you have vitality?
I do, in fact, have vitality, but
Excellent.
That's also what is wounded right now. So
it's going to be... So I think I had Johnny roll it at... what did I have you roll it at? Probably a moderate at the beginning, right? I don't think I remember saying it was a hard. So you're going to start at moderate, Charlie, but it's going to go up to hard. So you're going to be rolling a 2d6 vitality check.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know. Come on, once. Nope. No successes.
Yeah. You're watching it, and then you watch TJ as Charlie just becomes super enthralled. And also you will have to take another wound, Charlie.
Yep.
Charlie becomes super enthralled with it. It's not as badly as our werewolf friend, though. Mechanically speaking, just for your so everyone's on the same page here, NPCs have different wound counts than players. So in his case, he had one wound box, and it got checked off, and now he's stuck like that. For Charlie and for yourself, it is a very intense impulse, and it's keeping you from looking away. But it's not as bad of like you being completely given into this enthralling force. So Charlie, you now don't want TJ to take the phone away from you, but you can still be yourself for the most part. You're just sort of stuck staring at it. You can't look away.
Do I have a drive that makes me want to show her continuous, or can I choose to not show her that phone?
I'll say you can choose to have it all to yourself if you want. I mean, you really only care about looking at the screen, not necessarily.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I look at it anyway normally, so even if this is even if it's supposed to hurt me, it's not really changing anything about me. So I'm gonna try to pull it away from her.
I'm not gonna let you.
There is a tense moment as Charlie's hand reaches out to stop you. Now it's both hands are kind of on the phone at the same time, and that sound effect was a mark on our buddy bar. So a mechanic that the two of you are not introduced to yet is at the bottom of your screen on your table on your gameplay. You'll see that there is a little bar that tracks the current standings of the characters with each other. There is a red threshold, or I guess it's a purple threshold on the left and a green threshold on the right. And when you reach either threshold, the game shifts a little bit. New rules get introduced, and it's fun. But we'll see, depending on how you guys work with each other or don't work with each other, what the relationship evolves on the bar. And then we'll look at the end of the game, and we'll be like, okay, did you guys become best friends? Did you guys become worst competitive enemies? We don't say enemies, we say like friendly competition. Because we are still working together this whole game, but even if you guys are the worst of buddy cops, even two buddy cops who hate each other are still trying to crack the case. So we'll see what the dynamic evolves between TJ and Charlie. But that's where you stand right now. Yep.
Yeah, so I think sorry, I don't know why I can't. There was just like a thing on your screen. There's just like a thing on your screen. And I like take sleeve. Got rid of the smudge. The smudge is gone. So your phone.
Okay, you got it, and thank you for cleaning that.
You're so welcome.
Hey Charlie. Oh my gosh, there's another werewolf with a shotgun behind you. Turn around.
Jesus Christ.
And you get the phone. You get the phone. Sure. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll make it opposing personality checks. Do you have any personality, Charlie?
Good luck. Good luck.
All right. So what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
We're just gonna make it a luck check for Charlie then. Charlie, just give me a luck check.
Charlie, whose best trait is I got doubles.
Yeah. So TJ, as you point out and you try to get Charlie to look behind her, you take a quick second to look away from the phone, to look as if you're looking at a werewolf that she should now be looking at, and in the process Charlie has now gotten the phone out of your hand and is now live streaming on the TJ Vlogs channel. Welcome to Crossover World, where Charlie's in charge of the TJ channel.
I'm not supposed to be on camera. I'm behind the camera. I really need that back.
Oh, wait. So you like want to say hi to your fans and stuff? Like you've never like said hi to them then, right?
I have before. I just tend to not do that.
You should say like hi to your friend. Like they were.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah?
Hi everyone. I'm very thankful to have you. Now please, can I have my phone back?
I don't know. Can I like I don't want to like hit metagame. Can I roll a cult or something?
Yes, I was actually going to have you roll a cult as soon as you guys had wrapped up this. I was going to see who landed with the phone, and then we're going to see if Charlie could discern a little bit here. So give me an occult check.
Amazing.
To see, because Charlie, if you guys are unaware, has been doing a little studying herself on the occult. Any successes? This would be a moderate.
Okay, so
3d6.
3d6. Cool. And can I use my good baggage was a well-used library card? Can I use that?
I figured you had something related to like your study of the occult.
That was my way to like say essentially that she's been hitting the books in a quirky way.
Yeah. No, that works. That works. There you go. So make it. It'll go from 3 to 6. Now it's an easy 6. Check. Yeah. Okay. So if you look, it goes from a moderate will go up to 6. We'll go up to easy.
I just need a 2 or a 6. I got 1 6. 1 success.
And that's all you need. The magic of Atris. Yeah. So, I'll let you, Charlie. I'll give you this much information. I'll give you that. Yes, this is obviously a spell. Something has been cast on this feed, and it is a breakable spell. Enthralling things like this typically are easily broken if one of two things. You can either dispel the witch that casts the enthrall, who in this case, based on the footage that TJ just made you watch, is the very same shadow mirror version of yourself that you've encountered before, who, much like the rest of Ravendine here, now appears to be manifesting on the other side of the glass around. I don't know how much she actually stepped out of the glass in Recondary characters, but she's now really starting to show up around here. Or B, the medium, which in this terms you're trying to think is like the feed, but obviously a live stream is a very multi-headed beast. You've got servers, you've got clients and endpoints. You're not quite sure what the medium is in this case, but in theory, if you can break either the medium or the caster, you can stop the spell. but there is very little you can do just to yourself right here to just fix your own self, unless you have some sort of anti-magic amulet or jewelry or ring or something that is very protective against charms of that nature.
Okay. Okay. If I were to break the phone, would that do anything?
Do a lot. I'll tell you that. I'll
Yeah,
They'll do a lot.
Yeah, I know to you. Well, I'm sorry. Would that do anything or not? Like, can I break the phone? Whether or not it actually helps, like, do I have it within me right now to break the phone, or is the like desire to watch it so much that like I wouldn't be able to?
I'll make that a you choice. I think that's for you to play with, because you're obviously going to be fighting literally yourself on that. If you want to make it a check, we can make it a sage check, the same way we did for Johnny earlier. Do you have any sage?
I do have sage.
There we go. See, Johnny, Charlie's got all the skills to fight magic, but this is I'm just teasing because we have built the characters exactly as they are, reflective of what they're good at.
Yeah.
Johnny is good at crowds and technology. TJ has nothing that puts him in the boat to be prepared for Monster Heart's eldritch shenanigans, which is why it's great to have a crossover, right?
Yeah, I love this. Can I ask, is there anything I can do to stop if I see her even lifting in the air? Is there anything I can do to like stop that?
I mean, if we can make it a contest, just like the first time, we can do. This would probably be a melee-based one because you guys are hand in hand, which means if you have might, craftsmanship, or vitality. Do you have any of those, Johnny?
I do have craftsmanship.
Great. So it would be a craftsmanship check from you, and then Charlie, do you have any of those? Vitality, might, or craftsmanship?
I have vitality.
Excellent. So it would be, we're going to do basically, just like we did with the werewolf, we're going to roll, you're going to be doing craftsmanship and vitality, and then we're going to count successes to see who succeeds.
Okay.
And this reflects, we'll start it at moderate, so you guys will both be rolling 3, and then look at your sheets and see if you have anything about, grabbing and preserving the phone, taking things from others. It's possible you don't. It's possible you do.
Am I still doing the sage check or no?
Ignore the sage check because we're going to see if you even have the phone in your hands in a second.
That's fair.
We'll give TJ a chance to...
If we do have something, would that increase the amount of dice that we can roll?
It goes up a level of difficulty, or I guess down a level of difficulty. The difficulty goes down is the way to say that. Yeah. So it'll go from 3 to 6.
So I'm going to very quickly, or I guess not quickly, I'm going to subtly unzip the backpack that I'm wearing, and I'm going to yell, "Kuro, get the phone!"
Okay, so yes, we will have the cat and TJ, Kuno and DJ will both be trying to get the phone. So Johnny, you're going to be rolling 6. Alyssa, you're still at 3. Do you have anything else?
Good. So I have vitality, which is a wound, so I don't know how that affects competition thingies. But there's that.
Oh, so so it'll go from 3 to 2 because your vitality is wounded.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm favored by the god of probability, but that's all I got. Nope.
Okay, so we'll have 2 from Charlie.
Yeah.
TJ, did you say that your craftsmanship is wounded?
Oh no, sorry, I thought it was. I wasn't sure. I was wounded, but
yeah, it's not. It's not any wound. It's if that skill is wounded. So only if your craftsmanship is wounded will checks like this go down.
Okay.
So 6 and 2. We're gonna roll and see how many successes. We're gonna count the successes.
So I only have 1 success because I only have it in 1, and I got 1/1. So.
Excellent, but that's all you needed. Alyssa got none.
Okay.
So the sound of the, I've got something for this. Cat sounds. Surely I have at least 1 cat sound in this database. I have a lot of catapult sounds, it turns out. There you go. That's a very big cat.
That's what you hear.
There we go. Yeah. So, the cat's coming at your face. You're trying to shield yourself, Charlie, and in the process, the phone drops out of your hand. TJ leans down, catches it, and then catches the cat with the other hand, and then takes one nice big step backwards from you. I'll update the board here so we can have TJ. I'll put this table between the two of you. So now you guys are both on other sides of the table.
Hey, I know that you don't know me super well, but I have done like a lot, like a lot of research about this kind of stuff. And hear me out. Smash it. Smash the phone, please. Please smash your phone. Please smash your phone.
Listen, I trust you that you know a lot more than I do, because I can tell you I don't know what's going on.
Great.
But you need to understand that I have a lot of followers. I mean, like, look at the chat. It's just like the chat is going. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're loving the show right now. I cannot stop.
I was gonna say, TJ, you probably noticed as you were now flipping to that tab, like you have more views on this stream right now than ever in the history of your channel on any stream. This is the peak of your channel right now. People must love this apocalypse disaster feed because they are all tuned in and they are not logging out.
I can't. I will trust anything you say. I will follow you and help you, but I cannot destroy this phone.
But you can, though. I think that might be the thing to do. I don't know how. I mean, like, unless you can figure out who started this, and I don't see. I don't see whatever was in that feed. Like, there's me, but that's not me. So, like, we've been through this. So,
well, we can find you. We can find the evil you, and we can stop her and dispel the spell and stop her and stop the werewolves and stop the cracks in the bubble. And well, we'll take it one thing at a time. We'll find the evil you. We'll stop the spell. Wait. This is both Johnny and TJ coming to a realization. Are all of my audience enthralled? Presumably. I know I can't confirm that. But could TJ think that could be the case? Yeah. Once they tune in, they don't leave. So, like...
I mean,
it's a really moral conundrum I'm stuck in right now. I'll tell you that.
I gotta tell you, I don't really have an answer for that one. That one's gonna have to be something you find in your heart, because I don't know. We should find evil me, but also maybe just throw it on the ground. But no, okay.
Kuro, what do you think? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Can you talk to your cat?
He says a lot without saying anything.
So no, but okay, yeah, no, okay.
Okay, Kuro agrees with you.
Oh, okay, buddy. And like Charlie tries to like get on the cat's level, like just like a little bit to be like, hey, we're chill now, right? Okay, cool. Okay.
He's very friendly.
Yeah. Cool.
So, well, here's the thing. I have to ask, could I potentially stop the stream and not... Do you think that would be enough to stop whatever's going on? Or do you think I have to actually destroy the phone?
I don't know. I think that's the only thing I can think of right now. If you're having trouble destroying the phone, you just let me know, and I can just go, what? And like, I'll find, you'll never know when it's coming, and it'll just be on the ground. Like, we can do this. I don't know if it's going to fix it though. It's just my thought of what's worth trying. Or you can end your stream, but how else, like, can you end your stream, you know? What's easier?
Well, I can end it because if the phone is destroyed, it will presumably end anyway. But
There's a car. I think there's a car.
So, as you guys are still standing in the middle of the chaos, basically like a SWAT van, Ravendine Police Force, RDPD, comes spinning around the side, and it's got some sirens, like klaxons almost blazing out, and a voiceover that's something, to the effect of like, "Please stay indoors. This is a Ravendine-wide emergency. Lock your windows." Blaring all sorts of messages, and it's going to come to a halt just outside. I'll turn off the alarms for our ears, but keep in mind that they are still playing as somebody steps out of the car. Let's go ahead and let's just have like a guy. Give me a dude. Let me see. Let me look at our humans. Sure. This looks like a guy. Me just trying to pull a cop out. So somebody steps out of the side of the van, and says, "Please get inside. You are under immense danger. We need everyone to get into their basements, find protective cover. Please, do you need escort to your homes? Where do you live? Are you in the north side, south side?"
I'm fine getting there south side, but I can handle myself. Where?
There are creatures in the street. We are asking everyone if they need an escort to please take the escort. Are you certain?
I'm okay. Charlie, do you want? Should we go or?
We
trust
should.
him?
I think we're fine, right? Yes,
we're okay.
sir. Though we will go right now. To
Avoid looking at any reflective surfaces.
yeah.
And then there's a tense moment. He's not sure. He sees the two of you just still standing off at the table, not going anywhere. And he says, he starts to almost like go for a holster. He's like, Are you from...
Sir?
He starts to slowly pull out a gun.
We were just catching up. Friend of a friend of a friend, and we're gonna go now. We're gonna go.
Johnny, actually, Charlie, do you have any personality? You were sort of leading that one. No personality. Okay. I'll let Johnny make the test if you think that's better. Okay, give me a TJ personality check real here to disarm the paranoid cop.
And it's moderate?
Yeah, started at moderate.
Yes, I got 2 successes.
Excellent. Okay. You show him the phone, and apparently that's enough for him to be convinced that you're not shadow monsters. Or
I also
shade
wasn't sure,
versions.
I had to ask, is he, if he was pointing a gun at us, I also showed him the phone in the hopes that, like, maybe he would be enthralled by it?
I'll say at this distance, probably not. At this distance,
Okay.
he probably can't resolve whatever's on the little screen.
Okay.
But he starts to put his gun down, and he says, "The creatures on the streets, they look like citizens of Ravendine. I think you guys are clear. But if you see someone you think you know in the streets, you can never be too careful." And he slaps the side of the van, and the door opens up, and he jumps back in. And the sirens continue to blare, and it starts to make its way down the street. I'll put it over there. I'll just get rid of it. There we go. But then, with that last warning of careful who you trust, the two of you look back across the table at each other.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll against my better judgment and against everything that's been important to me for the last few years, I'm going to hit end stream.
Ooh. Give me a sage check. You're gonna have to fight yourself on this for sure.
Okay.
This is a
Is
battle
there-
of willpower.
Anything I could do to help. Literally anything I can do to help.
So we can. So it's gonna start at hard. Actually, let's start it at very hard, which means that Johnny will start by only rolling 1d6. Do you have anything, Charlie, on your sheet that we can apply? Baggage, good baggage, bad baggage, etc. Anything that we can apply that you think would help Johnny with this check?
I mean, I think Charlie is. I've got as bad baggage. I've got hubris, a hell of a lot of it. I think that she thinks that she's right when she thinks that she's right. So
Sure.
from that perspective, yeah, she's very confident.
All right, so Charlie's going to push that hubris on you. Charlie's absolutely dominating presence of being correct is bearing down on you, Johnny, and you can just feel like you have no choice but to do it, but to press the button. So we'll make it go up from very hard to hard, but that's still only 2d6. You got anything on your end, Johnny, that'll make this easier for you? Or harder. If you have anything that actually would make this harder for you to press no, then that'll basically go back to very hard.
I will say that like my audience is my attachment to truly anyone, and not having that is like or not ending it on my terms or ending it abruptly without like anyone expecting it to be ending is kind of like it hurts me deep to my core because it's the only relationship I value that is of value. That's the only one that's of value to me. So I think that would make it harder for me.
Yeah. I mean, you are, without your audience, you are lonely, right? I think I saw that on your sheet, right? So let's make it go back up to very hard. So you are helping Alyssa, but and this is why this is the magic of Atris, right? If the check is to make TJ turn off his own stream when he is also under the charming influence to not do so, let alone his own personal problems with doing so, it is going to be as hard as the game gets. If you hadn't helped Alyssa, it would have gone up to impossible, which is the level above very hard. It is your help that even gives Johnny a very slight chance of making this work. So you're going to roll 1d6, Johnny, and you're going to hope that this is... Or no, you don't have Sage, right?
No, I don't.
Ooh, so it's even... Yeah. So it's a luck roll. You can only do it on the doubles, which mathematically is the same as 1d6. But yes.
Yeah, no.
Give me the luck roll.
I failed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
Okay. I think that's the easier option, but we can go with the harder option, which is, I guess, find evil me, and stop this that way, right? That's the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's. I mean, if it means that I don't have to turn off my stream, and honestly, I can.
Okay. Yep. Sure. It's only
My stream is hurting. No. Well.
Yeah. I know. We both know, but that's you will realize tomorrow that this was bad. But we're gonna roll through, and we're gonna
Worst case scenario.
The harder way to do this. But it's great. And
listen, worst case scenario, somebody's sitting at their desk and they're just watching my stream, or they're laying in bed, or they're on the toilet for a really long time.
Yeah, or they're driving, really safe things that you could be doing. Or like, I'm just sorry, my brain goes like to the worst case possible scenario. But no, good things. And this is fine. Where did you find Evil Me? Where did this all start?
In that fountain, actually. They could be driving!
Did you not think that they could be? Where do you listen to podcasts and shit?
I listen to them at home, in the comfort of my home. Just like in bed or on my desk or...
Okay. Yeah. Whew, okay. Let's go. Let's go find me.
All right. So I'll do a. I'm going to do something I'm stealing from the game system called Swords of the Serpentine, which is called a travel montage. It's a mechanic I wish more RPGs did. And here's how it works. Alyssa is going to give us a complication of our travel across the city. I'll zoom us out. We are traveling across Ravendine, going to go see if we can find maybe the source. I mean, we know that there was a manor that Alyssa certainly saw it at one point. We know that TJ saw it at the waterfront. We know that there are, as a little bit of exposition, we do know that there are points all over the map where fires and explosions and things are breaking out, where the cracks are breaking through, and magical or shadowy forces of all types of natures. Charlie's, exposition-wise, something we may not have covered is Charlie's got this shade that is like the evilest, most uncontained version of Charlie that is breaking out. And as we learned in the Monster Hearts campaign, there's a lot of people who live in Ravendine who have supernatural alter egos, just like the werewolf. And you got to multiply it, like the version of them tenfold all across the city is breaking through in various ways and forms. And so we are traveling across this very dangerous. Apocalyptic is definitely one way to put it, because you've got forces of all different types of shapes and size and colors all breaking through. And so I digress. As we travel across the town of Ravendine, Charlie's going to give us a complication, something that happens on our trip. And then Johnny is going to give us how it gets worse. And then it's going to be Alyssa's job to devise how we solved it. And we're not going to have to play it out like a big combat and waste an hour of stream time and doing the thing. But we're going to establish, like, as we were going to go find her, as we were traveling, this thing happened, and we worked together to solve it or not solve it. So let's start with you, Alyssa. I'll just sort of in the direction of, like, maybe the manor, since that's where we know there was some stuff happening over there. But as we are traveling across the town of Ravendine, what happens? What do we run into?
Gosh. Okay. I'm just trying to think of things that were potentially having alter egos. I remember, like, some people were also snakes, but I do think that the snake in question got killed. It's been a minute. Okay, so I think that oh, okay, yeah, okay, I have an idea. So there were, like, caves adjoining the town, where a lot of dark stuff went down. So I think that, like, coming through the streets, like, from the directions of, like, where the caves are, you just see what look like the shades of, like, former cultists and everything.
Ooh. Love a good cult. So, from the... Nell's gonna kill me later, but the west side of Ravendine, where the caves are, I don't know. Technically, it's west if you're looking at it from this angle. Maybe it's not actually west.
Those famous western side caves of
Those
Ravendine.
famous western side caves. Let me see if I can grab this cultist. Is it going to let me put him in the board? Maybe? Yes? No? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and drop... Johnny, roll a d6 for me.
2.
2, great. So as you are crossing up towards the manor side of town on the west side, you come across 2 cultists that have emerged, and they've got the same sort of dark, power-hungry looks, the shade versions of these cultists who are coming at you in that direction. How does it get worse? So you're gonna now give us a complication.
Now,
Johnny.
These are these are they I missed, did you say, are they the
They are the shade versions of the cultist, right, Alyssa?
okay, so they're monsters?
Yeah.
Okay. So just going into crazy eldritch horror monster, I just imagine these 2 cultists come out looking like normal people, but when they look up and their like hoods come off, their face splits in two, and a giant like snake like creature lunges out of the crevice of their opening faces, and it's just like snapping, trying to snap at both of us.
Yeah, so we may not be getting the Ravendine snakes, but we are certainly getting our tendrils, our snake-like activity here, as a set of massive snake-like tendrils emerge from them and start to writhe in our direction as if they are ready to feast on us. But at the last second there, Alyssa, how do we escape the situation?
I think Kuro, right? That's the that's the real cat. Yeah, yeah. No, because I see like foliage and stuff. So I think that like there's probably some like, because it's like old timey enough ish. Like they have vibes. I think that there's probably some like open flames going on, and I think the cat just kind of like kicks it into the foliage nearby to kind of like at least distract them enough that we can get through.
Yes.
So Kuro Kuro casts Fireball, is what I'm hearing. Kuro casts Fireball, sets a nearby tree alight, and it distracts the tendril guys just enough so that the two of you can slip by.
I need that to be canon, and Kuro can learn Fireball.
Hey, look, just saying, in a town where everybody has their monstrous secrets, who's to say that Kuro is not a Zachary Binks?
That's right. Maybe I don't, there's nothing magical about me, but I take Kuro with me everywhere, and he'll cast Fireball.
Excellent. So we are approaching the manor, and for reasons unknown, because Nell gave me carte blanche to pick up the story from elsewhere. The manor, we are away from, I think I was told that you guys sort of ended there as the cracks and everything started to fall apart, and you could tell the city was about to, hit its dire straits. We picked up this adventure at some point. It might have been minutes later. It might have been hours later. It might have been the next night. But when you are returning, you can see that obviously the cracks and the damage and the magic, everything here has certainly coalesced, and the manor is covered in flourishing energies of all sorts of shapes and sizes. And not to mention that right in the front gateway, it looks like cracks of energy, shadowy brilliance have broken through, and there is indeed, these hands I am using are representing these literal hands of the other side trying to reach and pull Ravendine knights. Ravendiners? Ravendine... What's the...
Ravendinians?
Ravendinians?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been pulling Ravendinians through to the other side. And so it is a disaster waiting to happen. And the two of you stand dramatically watching through the grated fence, knowing that there's a lot. If we're looking for the witch version of Charlie, this is certainly a good place to start.
No, Charlie, we don't need to do anything, right? We can call someone, chat, tell me, is there anyone that can, I don't know, do something about this?
I mean, we could try to call someone, but who are you going to call? Look, I don't want to do it. Look, let me be very clear. I also don't think this looks good, right? This is clearly, it's bad. Yeah, it's very bad. But we had the easy option, which you could not do. So this is the harder option, and I think we're both in agreement that it sucks, but I mean, do you have, you tell me, is there another option? Because I sure would love another option.
Would ending my stream now do anything to help?
And I try to angle the phone and without trying to look, try and pull it up to the end screen button and just shove it in TJ's face. Yeah, you push that button. You push that button, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
yeah. This is where we're at.
Things look really bad. And you know, I think I'm getting the idea that maybe they can be slightly less bad if my stream ends. This might be the last time you see me, but I hope you all know that this was a great ride, and you've all been just oh, all been great, and I couldn't have done. I couldn't have been the person that I am today if it weren't for each and every one of you, the millions of TJ MVPs out there. I'm just loving each of you guys, and yeah. Anything you have to add, Charlie?
Hi, chat.
We're saying goodbye, actually.
Oh, good. Goodbye, chat.
Give me a roll, TJ.
All right.
So this will be, again, we are starting, because you are still under the influence. You'll have to give me, it'll start at hard, and then I think it said it starts at very hard, and then it goes up to impossible because TJ's baggage, and then Charlie's assistance brings it back down to hard so that it's even rollable to begin with.
Can I add that both Johnny and TJ did not consider the driving while watching my podcast.
Okay,
thing,
sure. Yeah.
and that would definitely be part of to entice TJ. It was like, and like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but like, wouldn't the damage have already been done? Like,
do you have? Is that reflective of anything on your sheet? Do you have anything about TJ's characterization?
I mean,
that
is it unfair to assume that like I just don't want people to die at my hand? I guess.
It's a pretty fair assumption for pretty much anyone playing, right?
Yeah.
The question is there something specific about TJ that strikes to the heart of who TJ is that would make this easier?
People dying while watching my vlog would be really bad for my vlog.
Okay, so if we're applying the bad baggage of lonely, then we're also applying the... one thing I'll remind you is that you can also look at your top above the skills where you've got your like your niche, your cliche. So if your species or your cliche applies, like what's your cliche?
My cliche is I'm a human who likes to record every moment of my life for both entertainment and preserving history. And I feel like that's even though
I don't know
it's
if
short
that works
term,
in your favor. If your cliche is I love to record every moment of my life, it feels like that's working against pressing.
Well, I think I would say for the short term, yes, but I would argue that like it's a short term bad thing so I can have viewers in the long term, because I have to consider not only are some of my viewers presumably no longer going to live to actually watch my content, but also those who do live after the fact would find out that others had died, and that would make them unsubscribe. And so if I don't log off now, it could hurt me very badly in the long run.
It's up to you.
Make a couch video.
What?
You don't want to have to make
an
a
apology
couch video.
Right, exactly. It'll just be the date is the title.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you. Like I said, how you apply your features and abilities is up to you. If you feel like that's not too big a stretch, absolutely apply it. If you feel like you're really cheating for it, then don't do it. But this will get us out of the very hard to the hard, so you'll be rolling 2 dice.
It'd be like I'm getting pulled in 2 different directions, but the direction of doing what's good is slightly more.
All right.
Well, it's also the fact that I want to preserve my channel. So,
and also the channel. I want to save lives, and also my channel. All right, so that's 2d6. You got, so it's 2d6, and it's not useful, Johnny, because you don't have any sage.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be a luck roll anyway, which is the equivalent of 1d6.
That's fine.
Johnny does not have the willpower for this. He does not have the brains to break this charm.
Okay. See? Failed. Got a 2 and a 5.
2 and a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I don't have sage, there's nothing I can do to increase the roll, right?
If you don't have sage, you can't your willpower, just trying to break through your own mental willpower and press this button, is as hard as it's going to be. It is just something that Johnny was not built around. The same way that Johnny's not a barbarian or a wizard and can't cast magic or lift cars. Johnny, or TJ, I keep saying Johnny. Damn it. TJ, it's because I got the flickering names over your head. So every time I look at you, I'm like, that's the name. No. It's so TJ, you know, it's not in TJ's wheelhouse. But if there is something in TJ's wheelhouse that you think TJ is good at that can be used to solve the problem, please solve it using what TJ is good at.
The closest thing I can think of is that I don't know if the enthrall only works on humans, but Kuro also wants it off. I think for personal reasons, for me to hang out with him more.
This cat was a very last-minute addition to the game, I want everyone to know. But it has become the tent pole of everything we do. We are just making everything dance around Kuro today. No, that's fair game. I mean, that would probably be personality, since it has to do with your interaction with other creatures. You know, leading groups, creating bonds, swaying opinions. That is... I could see personality, and I could see hunt. Hunt is also sort of that like ranger, beastmaster sort of thing. So if you have hunt or personality, you could maybe try to make a roll for that.
I will definitely do personality. And would it be mine, or like? And this is weird because I don't know the stats, but like, would it be my personality, or would it be rolling for Kuro?
It depends. Are you TJ trying to convince Kuro to do it? Or are you Johnny role-playing Kuro turning it off? Because if so, we would just probably... So then it would probably be Kuro's stat block, which in this case is done the same way the werewolf was actually. So you would just roll the d6 and you would succeed on ones. So one is by default the success of a weak creature.
No dice.
Yeah.
He's swatting at it, but he's not.
He's swatting at it, but you're keeping it away from you. You know, you're not gonna. So we are again just. So now that we've established that the three of us together still do not have the willpower or the strength to turn off the stream, at the gates of the hard way, we have no other option. We must find a way to trudge forward because this is the only way we can find within ourselves to stop this. What do you do?
So just getting a lay of the land here, because I see fire and giant hands and
looking good.
Yeah. Yep. Is there a, like, it might be like an occult check or something, but if there's a way to like very momentarily seal up the rifts, not as like a permanent thing, but enough to like try and like barge past the hands kind of deal?
Absolutely. If you the goal is I want to try to use Charlie's amateur magic hour to try to pave a way forward. Yes, that's exactly what an occult check would be.
Amazing.
So let's make it a moderate, because you're still, you've been dabbling with this for a little bit, getting better and better.
Up until
moderate
now.
occult. And then do you have anything on your sheet to make it any easier or harder?
I stole a spooky book from here, which is definitely cursed, but also definitely powerful.
Excellent. So let's make it a 6 then. That would go up a level of difficulty, or down a level of difficulty.
Okay.
I've not seen her use actual magic until this point, so...
That's correct. You were defending Charlie earlier. Charlie's never hurt anyone. Charlie's a normal person. Don't hurt this young woman. And then you look at her now, and what happens? Any success, Alyssa? Let's see.
That was with the cults, a 2 and 6. A 2, 3 successes.
Oh, yeah. Great successes. Describe it. Let's describe it so that both me and Johnny can get an accurate reaction to what the hell's about to happen.
Yeah. So I think she's got like a shoulder bag kind of deal, and like it starts off with her like it goes into science mode, and she starts kind of like analytically looking at all of the different places. And then you see her reach into her bag, and like it looks like it's a normal like hardcover book, but when she opens it, it's just straight up like the Dark Tome, like the Dark Hold from Marvel, and like energy just begins to radiate off the pages as she like swirls the energy and puts it out to try to seal up some of the rifts there.
Excellent. And that will that's what you see, TJ.
Whoa! Well, but you can do all that, but you can't. Oh.
I don't like to do all of that. Let me be like clear. That's not like a that's she like shuts the book. That's there's probably some sort of thing to pay. I don't really know. We should go, right? We should like go while it's sealed. Yeah.
Chat, you saw that, right?
Oh fuck, we were screaming. The CGI budget on your live streams are so good. You never mentioned that you had this kind of tech, TJ. Wow. Live editing?
So crazy.
It's so you are so good. You're so good at it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. They're all saying, just how did he do this? Wow, look at that.
If I haven't subscribed before, I will now.
You guys are killing me. Yes, as you approach, is there a way I can make the walls go away? Hold on, I still am figuring out how Tailspire works sometimes. Maybe not. As you guys approach, you find yourselves at the front doors. And you can hear footsteps on the other side. And a flicker of shadow at one of the windows on the side of the front door, as if somebody has just come to the window and is blocking out a source of light right there. You can tell somebody is standing just beyond it.
Hey, can you, I know you don't want to end the live stream. Can you just, like, mute it for, like, 3 seconds?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great.
Right, I'll mute it.
So this is my ex's house, and I don't think she's home. That would be weird. I think she's probably left given all the stuff. But just in case we do run into her or her family or something, she may or may not be a giant snake, and this is, in fact, my ex's home. So please, let's not try to break anything, because I will also probably get shit for that later. Yeah?
Okay, did you end on good terms, or, like, what?
End is a word for it. Good terms. I mean, like, yeah. It's like an on again, off again thing. We're like off again right now. But like,
you think being on again would help us?
I mean, to be fair, I think we were like kind of on again, like last time I saw her. But also, like, she's not here right now, so clearly that's a sign that it's off again, right? Like, that's the off again sign. Because
you're asking me the status of your relationship, woman I've known for no more than a few hours.
Okay, wow. I just thought that like you were like good at reading people, and okay, never mind.
Well, you just cast a spell to stop hands from coming out of the portals, and you didn't tell me to do that before.
Sorry, magic is
I'm sorry.
TJ, I'm sorry. Better?
No, I don't believe you.
That's fair. Okay. I think we're off again. Maybe we're on again. I guess that's not whatever. Fine. No help from you. That's fine.
I'm not saying I don't help. I'm just saying
I'll just figure it out because I'm so good at that.
What is she like? What is she? How can we? What can I do to butter her up?
Well,
and just to clarify on my end, is this Emmy? Is this? I was gonna say this is Emmy's. This is Emmy. You're talking about making sure we're on the same page here.
This is Emmy.
Well, that's good because I've actually got Rose in the next room over that we're gonna bring. Can you imagine? Flew Rose out to Minnesota just for this. No. But yes, continue.
Yeah, no, again, like she's probably not here because like I don't really remember, but like last time I saw her, we like had a little steamy moment in like the downstairs area, and like it was cute. But then like her mom turned into a snake and then like attacked us, and so like it was like not cute anymore. It was very much like not cute anymore. And so it's like really hard to get a measure on something when it's so back and forth, you know? Like you just yeah. Okay, sorry. We don't have to like unpack this right now, but I just wanted to like let you know that we might be walking into like snakes and or my ex. There we go.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to I know this is the bad time, but I my finger must have slipped and I didn't hit the unmute button. I'm so sorry.
Incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and take our break. We're gonna take our 5-minute break as Charlie has live streamed all of her personal problems to QTube. And we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Right.
That's 7:45 on the dot. Nice, good timing. See you soon. And we are back. Excellent. So, I have figured out how to tear down the walls of the Raventine estate, as you can see, and we are just now entering, doing our little spooky mansion crawl. However, we're not going to get very far as the door swings open and the first chamber reveals... Oh, yeah, here we go. First chamber. Let me grab your minis, wherever you guys went. There we go. The lobby area. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Just got to figure out. Okay, yep. Okay, so that's the lobby. Yeah, okay. And then... How do I get you guys inside? Just keep deleting the doors. There we go. In the lobby area, there is somebody who has opened the door and let you inside, and it is a woman just slightly younger than Charlie. Give me a description of Nikki, Alyssa.
Aww. I mean, you could definitely tell there's a bit of a family resemblance. Nikki has, at this point, dark hair. You can tell that like it also kind of used to be ginger at one point, but she has dyed it. She's going through her I'm not like other girls phase at the moment. But we love that for her. Yeah. Angsty, but tired of, Charlie has been like a mom figure for her for a lot. So it's a complicated relationship.
All right. I'll grab an angsty looking girl. This one's got dyed blue hair, so that feels angsty enough.
Love it.
There you go. So when they walk in, the first thing that you hear is not Charlie, as you might expect from your own sister, but instead TJ! As this young woman who you probably don't quite recognize. Did TJ also go to prep or public? Or sorry, did Nikki go to prep or public?
Nikki would have went to public.
Nikki would have went to public. So so then TJ, the question is, we're gonna play another game of face recognition. Give me a I think I made it a personality the first time around. So it's gonna be a hard personality check to see if you recognize a student, another fellow student from the public school.
I got 3 successes.
Yeah, all right. Then you definitely would recognize Nikki Marlowe. Nikki Marlowe is a fan of the channel, a TJ Townie, they might call themselves. And so on almost at least one occasion in the hallways, she is, because we never established quite a year difference, if TJ is a senior, you think she'd be a junior, sophomore, freshman, fellow senior?
Probably fellow senior.
Fellow senior. Yeah, so then we can say that she is somebody who you probably have seen in the hallways a lot if you haven't shared a homeroom or something with her, but probably not had a lot of classes with. And that's probably... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm imagining, like, yeah, I don't know her name, but I recognize her face because she was always happy to, like, talk to me. But she knew who I was, and I always felt bad that, like, I was like, oh, do we used to have a class together? But, like, we never talked. And so, like, I was always like, that girl!
That girl! Is that what you say, or do you remember her name?
I'll say that. You're that girl!
Charlie, what do you do?
I immediately run and hug her. I'm like checking her, like kind of like checking and seeing like if she is bruised, if anything's broken, like doing the whole, like, are you okay?
She sort of gives like a half-hearted hug back, like she's happy to see you too, and she's okay, and she says, "Whoa, okay, yeah, I'm fine, it's okay, I'm fine. I'm glad you're here. I thought you'd be here. I ran into, give me somebody else who was at the Ravendine estate with you earlier."
God, I think Vinny was there.
Vinny.
Yeah.
I ran into Vinny. I ran into Vinny earlier. He said that you guys were running from here. Something about the Ravendine snakes.
Yeah. Shit kind of hit the fan. I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay. Look what's happening.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
this you?
No,
Did you do this?
No. Come on.
Did she do this? She looks to you, TJ. Did she do this?
No, she's helped a lot to mitigate it. Like she did this crazy thing with her hands where she distracted someone and they ran away because she was so scary.
Yeah, you should see her when she wakes up.
God damn it. Okay, Nikki.
You're on the vlogs, by the way.
Oh my god, you're streaming now!
I'm streaming now.
I lost my phone when I was running away earlier. I would be following you right now, TJ. I promise I would.
I believe it.
Wait, but you, she waves. She's like, you might not remember me, but last September, you might, audience, you might remember that time that TJ was streaming after school, and I was there, and what did we talk about? We talked about, you remember, TJ.
Yes,
I told you all about the...
Yeah.
Give me a sage check, TJ. Give me a sage check. It's a luck roll, yeah. That's me asking for a luck roll, but snarkily.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was about do you want to meet Kuro?
It's so cute. What are you doing? You guys came in from the outside, so you came back here?
Yeah.
And while she's talking to Charlie, she's going to be slowly reaching for the cat as well. You guys came back here?
Yeah, I'll even hand him over.
The object work.
Whoa!
No.
That's crazy.
I just woke him up out of a deep sleep. He's very confused.
Worth it for the bit.
Worth it for the bit. You can go back to bed now, bud. So yes, Charlie, continue.
Yeah. There's, I mean, like we saw the weird like doppelgangery things a little bit, but like it's getting worse. And not me, but like me, like not me, might have infected TJ's stream. So actually, it's great that you lost your phone. Normally I'd be like, why couldn't you keep your... No, this is great. This is good news. And we're just trying to stop this.
What Charlie's saying is that normally she would love for you to be watching my material, just as she does. but now's not a good time.
No, you're really you're really good at being succinct and I'm just glad you're okay, and maybe this is a dumb place to come back to, but we're just trying to stop it from spreading. So have you seen things
this
worse?
place is a wreck. I came here when I got here, the door was open. It looked like everybody had sort of fled, and some people, I mean, I don't know what in the world blew up here, but like upstairs the whole rooms are falling apart, and then the crack monsters, it's I thought maybe you didn't make it out, because Vinny said that he saw you last when everybody was running out of the manor. So I'm really glad you're okay, but whatever's still here, I don't know if it's safe to mess with.
I don't know if we have another choice.
I'm gonna make a quick personality check on Nikki's side here. I'll make Nikki a 2, so she'll succeed on 1s and 2s. What did I get? There you go. 1 and 2. 2 successes. She's gonna lean in and she's gonna say, "Okay, well, you probably are gonna want my help on this then, because I can be helpful."
I know you can be helpful. You're always helpful, and you're really good at being helpful from where it's safe and where.
No, I learned. You don't understand. You don't know what they've been teaching me.
At public school, I'm pretty sure I know what they're teaching you.
No,
the curriculum's kind of shit.
No. You know Cousin Jules?
I do.
Wait, you know Jules?
Yeah, TJ was in a game with Jules. They played Dungeon World together. I watched every episode. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've heard about.
Are you guys going to do another season of that? Are you going to play again?
Life gets.
I digress. Sorry. Hold on. I'm getting distracted. So, Jules's cousins or Jules's brothers, they have taught me a lot about keeping myself safe.
They didn't like scratch you, right? They didn't. Wait. Well, what? In what way, Nikki? I really need you to be specific here.
She sort of like looks away.
Nikki, did you let them? Did? I thought I fixed this. I thought I fixed this problem. I thought this was something that was just going to go away, and here we are. You're not. This sounds dumb. You're not a werewolf, are you?
She gives you just the shyest of grins that look like they just got a little more teeth in that grin than you're used to seeing growing up.
God damn it, Nikki. Okay. Why? Why did you think this was the answer? Why did you think this was the answer?
Why did I think this is the answer? Strange shit's happening all the time in Ravendeen, okay?
Well, that doesn't mean you get to be part of the strange shit. You get to have
I've been a part of the strange shit for years, okay? Okay, and I can't always have you around, and I can't always have them around. Okay, somebody has to be able to defend themselves, and that someone is me. I have to be able to defend myself.
Charlie, just say the word and I'll strobe her.
No.
What?
No. she God damn it. she wouldn't hurt anybody. Nikki wouldn't do that, but I just feel like everything I've done has been like for nothing then. Like not everything, but like everything I've done has been for nothing then because I was.
What do you mean everything's been for nothing?
You.
Yes, you have been looking out for me, okay?
Yeah.
You have been amazing most of the time. And now it's important. Somebody needs to be able to look out for you. And I want to be able to be that person.
Jesus, Nikki, there's a reason why they disappeared 7 years ago. They were a bad influence. But I guess it doesn't matter. I guess none of that matters. I'm happy you can look out for yourself. I wish there was a different way you did this.
What other way?
I don't know. Not becoming a creature of the night sounds like a really good start, though. How about a self-defense class? I don't know.
Nobody's teaching people how to fight werewolves or whatever else is here. You do the things that Jules' brothers have told me about. Do you know what a Selkie is?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did you know that there was a Selkie that went to school with you?
Yeah, whatever happened to Peter? Jesus.
Yeah,
wasn't
whatever
me.
happened to Peter? That's a good question. In joke, woo! Look, if there's Selkies and werewolves, there's probably vampires. Who knows? Frankensteins.
You're describing my senior year. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, and maybe now is not the time to have this conversation then. But I just wanted you to be able to have a normal life, and now it seems like you're gonna have fangs forever?
Look around, Charlie. This is Ravendine. Who the hell can have a normal life here? Everybody's got a problem. Everybody's got a secret. Even TJ. Everyone knows TJ's secrets. He broadcasts them every day.
Is it really a secret then?
I am well adjusted.
Hasn't put the camera down in 4 weeks.
God. Okay, fine. I mean, I clearly can't stop you, so I will thank you for helping. I don't know what we're gonna face. I wanted to protect you from the world out there, but I also kind of wanted to protect you from what I do. So,
Are you going to talk about that? Are you going to talk about that?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, I'm listening. And she just sort of like saddles up like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. I am not a hypocrite if the ends justify the means, right? That's how that works.
Wait, are you a werewolf?
No. Oh, fuck no. Sorry. No. No. But I me have dabbled in some stuff that I probably shouldn't have. And we're trying to stop evil me. And that's gonna look like
Do you
I'm
mean
not
the version of you see in the mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a version of me too.
And it looks like the worst version of yourself, right?
It's everything that I was afraid of when I agreed. The beast that is uncontrollable. It's the version of myself that I hoped to the gods that I will never let anyone see.
Yeah. My version's kind of like that too, I'm guessing. I haven't met her yet. But I do know that I've done some pretty messed up shit. So I can only imagine.
So you did do all of this?
No. Well, I mean, it's my fault, but I didn't do all of this. At least this time. I really hope I didn't. I thought.
TJ, why are you still filming this? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
TJ, stop!
You're like a fly on the goddamn wall, and
TJ, you're still filming. Stop!
I can't. It's gonna get so many views.
Just Stop it! I don't want you to live stream anything that's happening here. Can you delete that?
I can delete it, yes.
Oh my gosh,
I'll
just give
just
me
go
your
to a
phone.
different
Give me,
room.
I'll delete it. Give it to me.
Don't look at it, don't look at it, don't look at it, Nikki, don't look at it, don't look at it.
Don't look at it. What do you mean don't look at it?
Don't
She doesn't look at it. She doesn't look at it.
It is,
What do you have on here, TJ?
it's not it's not, it's not like that.
Oh.
It is, potentially like a little curse, right? That's kind of what we're going with, yeah? Yeah, yeah, people who've been looking at it have kind of like not been able to not look at it. So, if you want to do something to the phone, go off. Godspeed. I would love that for you. I love it. Just don't look.
End stream. Okay, I think we're fine. If I know how Twitch works, I think you just have to go into like the. Oh, that's right. You stream on QTube. Oh my God! Please switch to Twitch. It's so much easier to delete videos on Twitch. Are you okay?
Ended my stream.
Yeah, TJ, what do you do? This is big. This is the first time in Quelmar history I think we've ever seen TJ's camera turn off.
Get him, Kuro!
All right, give me a contesting. You want to throw Kuro at Nikki? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll do contesting ranged checks. So do you have? I think your personality is your ranged.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna roll an enemy, even though she's not really an enemy, but I'm gonna roll, and she succeeds on 1s and 2s.
And so I'm rolling for personality then?
Yeah, you'll roll personality. If you have, you probably have enough to make it go up to 6. Like your cliche that you are a streamer is enough to make that go up 1. And I didn't look at what I rolled. I looked away to talk to TJ.
3 successes.
I did this once many games ago, and I said I'd never do it again. So I literally rolled, and the stream saw what I rolled, and then I did not look at the screen at the time, so now I have to roll a second time, unless Jeff in the comments there remembers exactly all 6 numbers I just rolled. This case, I rolled 2 successes. So how many did you get, TJ?
3.
That's a success. So you throw the cat. I will have her take a light wound, just like not like the cat's trying to hurt her, but when a cat is flying and it's got claws and it's trying to grab something, it's probably going to grab her on the side of her. And then I will probably also go ahead and do that, because I can't imagine Charlie's pleased with you throwing animals at her sister. This would be, look, if we reach the friendly competition phase, there are some rules that I don't know anybody else in this campaign has reached yet. And they're very fun. They are not like enemy making rules. They are fun rules. But yes, and she'll take a wound, and she'll sort of pull the cat off of herself. And when she comes and looks back at you, you'll see her eyes have sort of turned into slits. And she's sort of baring teeth, fangs at you.
I put my hand over top of the flashlight.
Whoa!
Look, TJ, nobody watches more of your channels than me, but this is not the time, okay? Can you do that for me? Please?
Yes, I have to. I don't like it, but I know that it's I know it's going to help people, and it was hard to detach. If I don't have the audience, then I don't feel like I have anyone. So cutting that early just feels like I'm betraying the only people who have my back.
You have us right now, TJ. I'm sorry I did that. and she'll hand you back your phone.
And my cat, I assume.
Yeah, I'm sure the cat has come back to you.
Thank
And
you.
she says-
And I mean, I know that I didn't react pleasantly to that, but you did what I couldn't do, and I know it's for the better, and I thank you.
Yeah, you can repay the favor by figuring out what the hell is happening here and helping my sister with. So, you said if we stop this shadow version of you and we save the whole town, or
That's a start.
okay?
Yeah.
We're kind of in a different league here, and we're just trying to do what we can do. There's a lot of things that I don't think are in our wheelhouse, but maybe stopping Evil Charlie is what we need to do to make a dent in all the craziness that's happening in this town.
All right.
First, we gotta find Charlie.
I was gonna say, she points behind you and she says, "Well, if she lives in the reflection like mine does, you could start there." And there's a mirror on the side behind you, Charlie, that is covered with a tarp. And she says, I saw that when I came in, and I covered it up because I didn't like what I saw."
That was smart. I don't know if as soon as we take this thing off, if things are going to get rough real quick. But are you ready if they are?
Yeah. How hard can it be?
Famous last words. I hope not. Okay. And yeah, she goes to take the thing off. And actually, but like right before she goes, I think actually I want to turn to TJ and say, we'll have like time to like talk. Like I don't want to like, it's fine. Like this is gonna be fine. But I didn't realize you were Jules's TJ, so thank you for being there for him.
How
Yeah.
is Jules? I feel like I haven't really gotten to see. You said there'll be time later. We don't have to do this now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's fine. But it'll be fine.
I hope they're well. I hope he's doing.
High school's hard. I think it was easier when you were there, but I don't think, thank you for being there for when you were. So he's a good kid, and he's faced a lot of garbage, but I know the game meant a lot, and yeah.
It did to me too, and I miss it all the time, and all the time I wish we could go back to how things were back then, but we all have our own lives, and everyone moves on to different things, and things just happen. People drift away.
No, that's bullshit, right? Like, yeah, people drift away and people grow, but like, you don't have to let that stop you from keeping the friendships you have. Just if you care, I'm telling you that I think he cares, or at least cared. I don't know. You all seemed like you had something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just let's hunt down Evil Charlie, and
Yeah.
I'd rather face this monster than the rest of high school.
That's fair. No, that's very fair. I got this like sense of impending doom, and really I'm kind of just stalling right now. But
See,
like,
I never got that because that's just every
Oh.
day I walk into Ravendine High School. So
I don't miss high school.
It does get better, right? It gets better.
Oh yeah, no, college is better. Like leagues better. Like leagues better. Yeah, I didn't get to go, but online college was I didn't have to go to high school, so at least there was a step up from that. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I just was hoping it wasn't one of those things that people always say and then it's not actually true. But high school sucks.
High school sucks, but it gets better.
Let's go kill an evil you.
God, okay, we can't stall anymore. Okay, and yeah, rips
all right.
off the...
Yeah, you just go for it. You rip off the tarp, and immediately you are met with the shape of a power-hungry figure. I'm going to use this real evil-looking witch to represent your
It's the Wicked
worst
Witch.
form. Yeah, truly the Wicked Witch version of Charlie. Appears, I'll say that this mirror has already, when you take the cover off, you can already see large cracks have formed through it. It's possible that this is one of the exact mirrors from the last Secondary Characters game that you might have seen yourself in. But she meets your eyes, through the plane of the mirror. And she doesn't even smile. It almost looks like she's focused hard on you in an unnatural and uncanny way. And when you tilt your head like that, she tilts her head like that too. She mirrors your actions.
I want to try and break the mirror. I don't really know what else to do.
It's true. All right, give me. I guess that would just be like breaking the mirror. So, give me any sort of conflict check, melee or ranged.
Gosh, okay.
So, any of your melee or ranged based skills. So basically, anything that's not supernatural, unless you're using a spell to break the mirror.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to do that in front of Nikki. I don't know how much you're trying to still keep.
I'm gonna try to not immediately go to dark magic. I've got Okay, I think I'm trying. Okay, I'll use hunt. It's wounded, but
Sure.
It makes sense. I think I'm trying to trap it. Okay.
Yep. So you're gonna give me. It would be 3, but it's gonna go up to 2. So you're gonna give me 2, and you're gonna aim for any hunt rolls.
Okay. No.
Yeah. So what do you throw at the mirror?
God.
It'll be anything you find around the manor, or you just have on your person.
I just have some crystals and stuff in my bag.
Sure, some spiritual crystals.
Crystals.
Yeah,
Rocks.
occult rocks.
Rocks.
So you just throw a nice heavy one at the mirror, and it passes through the crack. Like it falls through the crack and out the other side of the crack, and she's got it in her hand. She looks at it. She breaks eye contact for the first time, and she looks at it. And then you can see she's using it now for her own magic, her own occult ritual. And there's a little spiral of energies that, what color do you think Charlie's magics and energies take the most form of? Reds, purples, whites, greens, golds.
I mean, it's spooky reds and blacks.
Yeah,
It's
reds and
shadowy.
blacks. Excellent.
Yeah.
That occult color. So that spooky
Yeah.
reds and blacks will sort of almost spiral up and out like a helix. And the whirling action of that helix as it's sort of spinning like a small funnel in her hand suddenly flashes out, and the entire mirror itself moves, no longer reflecting you, but reflecting... Ooh, let's make it TJ. That was an accident. I was going to make it point at Nikki, because I thought maybe evil Nikki Werewolf, but I think this is a better idea. Happy accident. TJ, now we get to ask Johnny, what does the shade version of Johnny look like? What is the evilest, worst reflection of yourself brought from the underworld, manifested into an abhorrent figure? And then we're gonna
So-
fight that.
Oh, jeez. So it's like a little rat, just a small, easy to keep on rat. No. So I want to ask, because I don't know many monsters that are like this, but like the word I'm just thinking of himself is give me attention, give me love, do anything for it. So I'm thinking something of like a like not necessarily like in like I forget the term, but like not necessarily like in a sexy monster, like not that, but like something that's like feeds on your like I don't know your like on your approval or needs you, like maybe there's a charming effect to it, but like definitely like a.
I think there are several ways we could do this, and the question is, do you want to go the showmanship route or not? Because there are a number of creatures that are like sort of ringmasters, ringleaders, who are showmen who, you know, devour the energy of the audience, who love to put on a good show. Pride demons, they are often called.
Yeah,
and then
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say the alternative, if you don't think it's manifesting in that sort of bardic pride way, would be something more almost, you know, rat-like you said, and that it is just sort of like subtly manipulating and pulling the attention of people and just sort of greedy. So it's almost like, is it pride or is it greed?
I would definitely say it's pride. I like the idea, like, he's always behind the camera, so he is not the entertainment. He's just providing the entertainment that everyone else is, whether they want to be a part of it or not. The world is the stage, and he is the director. And so, like you mentioned, you said what did you say? A ringleader?
A ringleader,
I think
sure.
That's a really good comparison, because he's not the one that you're paying tickets for, but you're paying for what he's found or what he's created.
Yeah. And just because I like this mini, I'm gonna make it a minotaur.
Okay.
Because you gotta add the whole point of Monster Hearts is that everybody's also like sort of a monster too. So here's our sort of ringleader, bardic. You know, it's kind of funny because Legend was a bard, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, Legend was, yes. Yep.
So it is sort of like a monstrous version of Legend.
You know what? I know you can't like make the image. I would love it if actually there is a lot more of like the reflection. We're fighting Legend himself. Like,
ooh, okay, yeah. No. I can make him look like Legend. We can just make him just like the sexiest little neurotic little bard guy.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I love that.
Now it comes full circle. So now we are fighting effectively Legend. Ooh, I love it. Juicy. It's good. All right. So we are not going to need to roll for initiative in this game because there's only two of you. Let me get hold on. I want to get like our 80s battle music so that it's more D&D-esque. Hold for 1 second. I think I have this over here on Pretzel. Sorry, I'm trying to get as much use out of Pretzel today because they've got all these really cool songs that I haven't been using yet, but we're going to use them now. Yeah, like this one's called Twilight of the Heart. So how can you not? There we go. This is the Legend battle music. Okay.
Did not mean to show cat booty on camera.
All right, so I'm gonna start with Legend because we weren't expecting that to happen, right? So we are he gets to go first. It's a surprise almost, and I'm gonna have your help, TJ here, because you know Legend far more than I do. So I'll do the rolls as the enemy so that you can still roll against me, but I will let you decide how does he fight at the crowd. So imagine evil Legend. Imagine the version of Legend that just wants to become king of the world, wants everyone to listen to his words and his music and his stories, the book that he shadow wrote. Just everything that Legend has done, turn it evil and aggressive and against us. and then we'll roll.
I think the first thing he would do is he would see. I mean, he could probably see that. I'm so sorry. What's your sister's name?
Nikki.
Nikki. He could see that she's got like werewolf in her, right?
Probably. If they're all
Okay.
from the same shadow mirror world, they might know. That might be what they look like to each other. Sure.
He would definitely. He would want to use an ability to charm the strongest person, which would be to get Nikki to fight the only other person that like competes against him, like in his eyes, because he's very vain, which is TJ. So he would want to get. He would almost, I think, no attention to Charlie unless it's to be like you're an audience to this. Like it would be very grand. Like you're an audience to this art, the stage that I'm about to perform for you, and have like try to charm Nikki to attack TJ. That's what I think he would.
All right, so I'm going to roll both then, because this is Nikki. So we'll have Legend succeed on 1s, 2s, and 3s, because he's sort of a boss. And then Nikki, as we established, succeeds on 1s and 2s. So Legend got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes against...
She's like, I won't attack my star, my favorite YouTuber.
I was gonna say she watched you all through Metagame. She got no successes. So I mean, look, she watched all of Metagame we established, so she knows Legend. She's probably more impressed and in awe than anything. Like your other side gets to be your actual D&D character incarnate. That's incredible. I know a lot of people in the real world who probably wish that. And and so yeah, he's I forget. Does he have a lute?
What's
I gotta
that?
do my
Yeah,
Legend
lute's fine.
research. Yeah, I vaguely remember a lute being
it was
involved.
usually like not a lot of singing. I did. Didn't I do wrong? I don't remember.
There was
been
some
years.
singing. But anyway,
Yeah.
he strums the perfect chord, and you can see it hit her ears, and she sort of rears back, and immediately, like, in time with the music, the fur drapes up her face and up and over, and she howls, a haunting howl that, there's our wolf howl, there we go. And I'm going to replace her with a werewolf, and then we'll say it's TJ's turn. So we'll go Legend, TJ, Alyssa, Nikki.
Okay. So I'm gonna see her turn into a werewolf, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna look over at Charlie, and I'm gonna say, I mean, my eyes are darting around like I'm looking for a solution or something to do, and I'm gonna look at Charlie, and I'm gonna say, end the stream. And it's one of those CW dramatic moments where like, that's what we need to do. And I'm trying to get the message across to Evil TJ, to Legend.
Mm-hmm.
We need to end the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna lunge for Legend and try to grab his loot.
Excellent. Give me opposing. Oof. I mean, what do you have anything melee based? You have craftsmanship, right?
Yeah, craftsmanship. Yep.
All right. So craftsmanship, and you're going to be rolling. You're starting at 3. Do you have anything that you think applies to this roll from your sheet?
I don't have my phone anymore. Charming Smile's not going to work. Motivational speech. I have Kuro.
You do have Kuro. You can use Kuro. It's been a great catch-all answer so far.
So here we are, Kuro and I.
Yeah, if you use Kuro, it goes up to 6.
Yeah, I'll do that for sure.
So you're gonna roll 66, and you're gonna count the craftsmanships.
I'll say go for the strings, because we don't need to break them. Just as long as we cut the strings, then that's all we need to do.
There's like a life lesson in there somewhere. You don't need to go for the loot if you can break the strings.
That's right.
All right, so I got 1, 2, 3 successes. So you're gonna have to roll D66 and see if you can get 3 successes.
I got
if you meet one success, it's not enough, unfortunately. So you will go for it, and the cat and you will both be hanging on to Legend, grappling for it. But we're gonna turn it over to Charlie. What do you do?
I think I take out the book, and I want to try and use essentially like a mage handy kind of thing to break the neck. They're like going around. I want to break the neck of the loot off, essentially.
Okay, yeah, with a mage handy thing.
Yeah.
So that you can do supernatural, because that's a skill you have a lot of. Yeah, there you go. Now you're learning to play.
Yeah. She didn't want to give away the fact that she does some dark shit, but I mean, like, it is what it is.
It's
now.
good. We don't know if she even remember. We don't know if Nikki will remember this when she comes out of charmed werewolf form.
It's fine.
It's the perfect time.
Yeah.
So give me a supernatural check. You're gonna pick whatever occult or whatever supernatural skill you have.
Okay.
And then I'll do my 6.
Occult, and then
I'm actually gonna have him succeed only on 1s and 2s, because just like you guys, his range of successes can go up and down. In this case, because TJ is grappling him, it is harder for him to succeed. So he will only succeed on 1s and 2s.
Okay.
Good job, buddy.
He got 3 successes. I got a 2, a 1, and a 1.
So it'll be occult, and then
It'll be 66 almost always.
66?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. General rule of thumb: if you're doing an attack or a power that your character's known to do and has written on their sheet, it's almost every time just going to go up to 6.
Got you. Okay. I'm dropping dice everywhere. Okay. That is 1 success.
Oh, yeah. So you've got a hand on the loot too. But Legend is powerful. He is legendary. Anything else, Charlie?
I mean, if I can essentially send the power out to try to break the thing, the other thing I would want to try to do is try to use some of that energy to restrain Nikki a little bit, like pushing her back, essentially. Trying to. I don't
Probably
know
not this round. Probably,
okay, cool.
It'd probably just be a next round thing.
Okay, cool.
But keep that in mind, because Nikki's going to come lunging for TJ now.
Yeah.
So TJ, we're going to do opposing melee. So this is your craftsmanship again.
Well, I can fight a werewolf. That's fine.
Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3 successes again. 1, 2, 2.
So I wait. How many? So it'd be 3 dice.
You're gonna roll 66.
Oh.
Assuming you have something that helps you in aiding a fighting against a werewolf. Anything that is about. If you don't have anything in your sheet that is like melee, attack, defense, fighting supernatural creatures, anything like that, it is going to only be 3d6. So you would need a perfect roll.
Can I? Oh, you know what? Can I try to convince Nikki, be like, I'm TJ. You don't want to fight me. I'm you're my biggest fan.
If this was a personality-based conflict, if this was a ranged conflict, something that you could talk to her from a distance, yes. But because she is in your face, it's very hard to just reason or talk with her, right? She is grabbing onto your shoulder, your head, your arm, trying to pull you off of Legend.
I failed that check, but it's definitely going to be one of those dramatic moments where it's she's right on me, and I'm like, come on, Nikki, it's me. One of those.
So, with that success, I'm going to knock you to the ground off of Legend, and I'll stand her over you, and you will take a wound. That is basically an attack.
That's a wound on.
It can be on any trait you want. So if you want it to be on a specific one,
I'll do that on craftsmanship.
and then I'll take it to Legend. So with Legend having successfully held down TJ, do you think the evil version of you would keep doubling down on TJ, or would he then go for the witch in the room, who's clearly using other magic to try to fight him?
seeing as this is like a warped version of Legend and like not Legend himself because it's like the evil TJ, I do think that like you can't have an audience if everyone's dead. And so I do think that maybe a potential weakness could be that he has to keep Charlie alive because she's the only person that's willing to witness it.
Watching the fight.
Yeah.
Got to feed that ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then in that case, we'll have TJ working over here, or Evil TJ, Legend J. Legend J? I don't know. I can't figure any of that. You guys can work on that. And we'll have him do some sort of like, full body bind curse, something to keep you in place so that the werewolf can bear down on you. So I'll have you and him do opposing. This would be supernatural. Do you have any supernatural skills, Tej?
I
think your technopathy counts.
What? Oh, technopath? Yeah, yep, I do have that. Yeah.
So then, in that case, you're gonna do.
Phone on me anymore, though.
It's true, but who's to say? Well, no, you do have your phone, right? She gave you back the phone. Remember?
Oh, that's right. She did.
It's just the stream has been stopped.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the stream can't be started, but we'll see. What am I rolling? I'm rolling for him. I got 4 successes. So you're going to roll 66. Since you are actually, I imagine because it's your phone and your technopathy stuff, this one will be an easy 66 for you.
Yeah, I've only got skills in that, and it's I only got 1 success.
Only 1 success. Yeah. Unfortunately, as it turns out, you take these 2 characters who are not built for 2-person direct battles against supernatural creatures. Things continue to turn the tide. So you're not gonna have to take a wound for that. But he is going to. You don't take a wound. Oh, okay. But you are bound. I'm basically gonna make Nikki's next attack easier. And then it is your turn, Tej. So from your mostly bound position, what do you have? The good news is, even though you don't have your body to fight back with, you've never been good at fighting back with your body anyway.
Yeah.
So
not much of a loss.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Can I move my mouth?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna call for Kuro to go for the strings again.
All right. So. And because that's.
I'm also gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if to shake it up a little bit, I'll ask him to like go for his face, Legend's face, so that way if he's distracted and stops playing, that's the same as cutting the strings, at least temporarily. So hopefully that'll help Charlie to do more. But for now, this is not liking me. So I'll say.
So give me a ranged attack, because you're attacking him from a distance. You're basically using your cat as your ranged weapon, right?
Okay.
And because the cat is written on your sheet, that'll go up to 66. So you're going to give me 66, and you're going to pick any of your ranged skills, which I think for you is personality.
Okay. That's only 2.
I got 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he is a. This is rough. This is rough. So the cat does jump at him again, but he is a monstrous form. He is just blowing off the cat. It can just keep trying to claw at the side of his head. And he is keeping these curses, these charms going. Charlie, the only other magician in the room here, it is your turn.
Is it a dumb idea to use the proc?
The proc is always a success. It is the moment of triumph, the moment of awesomeness where you get to decide, something incredible that your character pulls out last minute. Procs tend to proc around this time in the session.
Okay, that's what I was like.
They tend to be used for like the, oh no, we have to win, we have to succeed, the odds are against us. This is a great odds are against you moment.
Yeah, okay. Johnny, are you okay? I don't want to take this moment away from you fighting you.
As I'm dying and gurgling blood, please save me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that, I mean, my proc is, wait, I can fix this. So,
It's such a great proc. It's so good.
Thank you. So I think having failed repeatedly now and just seeing this spiraling getting worse, I think it just go like she goes supernova for like a second with the power, and it comes off as mostly just like frustration. But I think the goal is to separate the brawl and break the loot in the like power charge.
All right.
Hey.
Hey. What? Separate the loot and break all the power. Break all the bardic magic. You don't have to roll for it. It's an auto success.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and I'll give him 2 wounds, and I'll take the loot out of his hand, which will break the charm, which is important. So Nikki is no longer charmed. He's flat on his ass. Not quite dead yet, but lootless. Where do you throw the loot? Do you break it, like explode it, or do you send it away? Because I know the wording sounded like you were breaking the splitting it apart.
I was thinking of splitting it apart. Very much the idea of there's a lot of power and she doesn't quite have control over it, so it's mostly just like a small detonation of power.
Excellent. So then splinters shatter, dark ephemeral splinters from the underworld of I can't believe TJ's anti-mirror version is legend. Now I just have to think about all of the metagame characters, all of them who do exist and are in Ravendeen. Like when they all look in the mirror, is it just all of their Griffins and Gargoyles characters?
I like every part of you. Or there's always a part of you that's in every D&D character you make. So it's like, you know.
Apparently, the darkest self of you is what goes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's your darkest self.
It says a lot about my Strahd character.
Oh no.
So with that, good work, Charlie. Good luck, Charlie. And then Nikki's turn. She is going to turn and jump on Legend here, with ferocious, vengeful eyes. And she is going to do what she promised she'd do and defend herself. And then we just have to see if the dice agree with that story. So she succeeds on 1s and 2s, and he succeeds on 1s and 2s because he's been knocked over. She didn't get a single 1 or 2.
Oh.
She must be blind with rage. That bestial form that she told you, she confided she was afraid of. She must be going too hard, uncontrolling of her actions. Meanwhile, Legend, the calm and cool-headed bard he is able to just hold her at arm's length, much like you would a little sibling. And she is just fiercely clawing blindly and snarling and howling. And it's not working. And so we're going to, at the end of Nikki's turn is Legend. So I'll have him, I don't know. What do you think Legend would do here? What do you think Evil Legend would do, Johnny?
I feel like, I'm not sure, because like part of me thinks that like either this would be like the final, like, because it's not the final boss, like, but I'm like, this could be the final form of him, or it could just be him in a weakened state, but he doesn't really look like he's any weakened. He just lost his ability to control Nikki. So I would say maybe there's a part of him that snaps too. Like when the loot broke, maybe there's a little bit of him that like, I don't know, maybe like he's like lost control a little bit. Like, well, I guess like if that's how I am when I lost my stream.
That's right. And he is the darker version of you, the darkest self,
yeah,
the shade
so
TJ.
Like, it could be an even worse, unable to handle, like, you know, like my eye twitching and all that was like me reining it in, but maybe this is his unbridled need for attention. So
I'll say that he scurries out from underneath of her, and then you can see he sort of leans over to where he can reach the mirror, and he has that same You can see it, Charlie. Like, it looks like TJ's face, how angry he is. And he reaches in the mirror and he pulls out a lion. And he throws the lion at your sister's face.
Jeez.
There we go. There's
Down,
that lion.
Simba.
And it is the lion is truly the darkest version of Kuro. The
No! Oh no!
and so I'll do quick opposing attacks. This is
I'm
the-
obsessed.
I was so confused. I was like,
One
oh,
success.
lion, okay, sure. And then, oh no.
She got more successes than him. He only got 1. She got 2. Finally. So she pushes off, Shadow Kuro. I was like, what's the darkest version of a cat? Probably like the most predatory, aggressive version of a house cat would just be a literal lion or a panther or something.
The evil version of Kuro is actually Shiro.
So it is your turn, TJ. The body bind did get taken away, of course, because our witch here, who is still emanating great power, floating over there by the steps, just barely controlling whatever has just come out of her. What do you do?
I will do what I do for Shiro when he's misbehaving, and I will snap. I will say, no, stop. And
Personality.
I mean, listen, my logic is that if it's an evil me, he has the same logic to treat his cat, so it should work again.
I agree. Let's see how it plays out. You'll need to get any successes. I rolled no successes from the lion. Great. Excellent. You give that snap, and you see the look of recognition in the lion's face, like almost comedically, like it's a CGI Lion King lion, and its eyes grow big, and it's like, oh, what did I do? Oh no! And what do you tell it to do? Like, what's the action? Like, get down or get off or go there? Or...
I will just be like, go away, like get out of here. I'll kick it. I'll gently kick its booty, and I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, you kick it, and it just sort of pounces into the mirror and heads back into the shadow world. And I didn't even get to use Fireball.
As I'm gurgling blood, I'll say what you will about my live stream, but I know how to train a cat.
So it is anything else, Tej?
That's it.
All right, Charlie, we are now back in prime position. The three of you facing off against Legend. Legend's looking terrible. He's only got 1 wound left. So anything we can do to succeed on this will take him down. But it's all on you.
Okay.
Balls in the court.
I think seeing all of this go down, she just shoots out like a tendril of like energy and says, "You talk too much," and like try to like cover Legend's mouth essentially.
And that's supernatural, right? So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes. I only got 2.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
3. That's more than enough. So, how do you want to do this? Classic phrase. This tendril whips out. Does it come out of a book? Does it come out of a gesture? Does it come out of a...
I think the book is emanating the energy, and like she's maybe doing gestures over top of it, but like and out kind of deal.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that tentacle, almost like those cult tentacles, maybe even identical to those cult tentacles we saw, it slamps out and it grabs him by the head, and then what?
I mean, how graphic we going? Cause my first thought is she says that, and I think maybe she believes it's just gonna shut him up, but I think it just does the full like and snap kind of deal. Yeah.
I have a last thing I need to say before it happens.
Please.
Yeah. Before he falls.
I'm gonna spit out the blood that's in my mouth, walk over to him just before she snaps his neck, and I'm gonna be like, "You've just unsubscribed from life."
I'll give you guys I'll give you guys a bloody point for that. So that's a positive point in the good direction of teamwork. Maybe the first time all day we've seen the two of you actually team up. That's okay. The best relationships are the muddy ones, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I think TJ says that, and like Charlie just didn't accidentally, but also like went harder than she thought she was going to with this move, and so immediately he's like, "Oh God, sorry. Actually, wait. You wanted to say the one-liner because I was gonna say the one-liner, and I said the one-liner, but like you were gonna. No. We just like should clarify if like you're gonna say the one-liner or
he was my bad guy. You know,
yeah,
I thought
no. Like it's your bad. You should say it. You should say it.
When we get to your bad guy, you say it. Okay.
Okay. Should we like come up with like a signal so that way, like, oh.
You know what? I'll just wait. I'll just be pretty quiet.
Over. No. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you guys the werewolf next to you, still in werewolf form, is just like raising an eyebrow. Like, are you guys done?
Oh, Nikki, hey.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
I remember he used his dark witch powers, and then I just kind of remember I remembered watching him die. But that wasn't me. I watched that happen. Was that you?
No, it was actually just a fluke. I guess the magic just like wasn't strong enough, and it just took him. It just killed him. Yeah, he couldn't control his own magic.
Yeah, it lost connection. Like he lost connection through the mirror, and then
like a stream that cut off early.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why you guys are talking like two parents that are trying to hide something, but whatever you're hiding, just whatever. Like, I'm not gonna judge. Nikki's like trying to pick up on what this tension is, and it's like, no. He's a senior. It's fine. So she is going to go up the stairs, and she's going to sort of look down and be like, okay, we can try again, but I don't want to be anywhere near the reflection in case what just happened to Tej happens to me.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
We don't need the evil thing of a werewolf coming after us.
Yeah. Not saying that werewolves are evil.
Right. I wasn't meaning to imply that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
It's just, like you have sharp claws.
Like half the basketball team's werewolves?
No. Is Andy?
Is Andy? That's a question for all of us. We gotta call Miguel. We gotta.
Is Andy?
I don't know. We have questions. So, but yes, once your judgment of werewolves is over and you're ready to proceed.
Great.
Take two.
All right. Let's do
it. Grab our witch. And is there anything you want to prepare? Knowing exactly what happened last time, now that we've sort of had our mulligan, is there anything we want to sort of prepare and be ready for?
Currently filing Kuro's nails.
If she has the same power set, I don't really know how to defend against that. So I guess just be on your guard. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I do have a crazy idea.
Hmm.
We could. It wouldn't hurt to have another body on our side, right?
What are you thinking?
I am going to pick up Kuro, and I'm going to take him over to the mirror.
No, TJ, no.
And I'm going to look at the reflection, and I'm going to say, no, stay. Okay? Come.
Give me a personality check. Give me a moderate personality check.
That is three successes.
Oh my god. Yes, there's a behind you, Charlie, you can hear Nikki go, okay, I was pretty sure I saw a lion. So I did see a lion.
There, yep, meet. Wait, is it Shiro or is it Kuro?
I think we called him Shiro. Yeah.
Shiro is what we called the
Shiro. Oh god.
What a stupid name.
You came up with it.
I didn't. Legend said it. I'm just calling him what Legend called him.
Okay.
One bead of sweat down TJ's head.
I'm like searching, trying to figure out where does metagame start and where does it end. Like, I actually,
the trickle of blood. Yeah.
Yeah, my nose starts bleeding. Am I a character being played by someone above me? Like, what's going on? yeah. All just D&D characters.
Starts going into
this is getting too philosophical for my life, so I'm gonna go and make us fight a witch. Let's go. All right, so I'll make her go last in the initiative since this is now exactly what we're expecting. Where is she at? There she is.
Oh man, all we're missing is a wardrobe. We've already got the lion and the witch.
I'm sure there's one here.
I was gonna say we got to look around
What
the
is
manor
the
for a
wardrobe?
second. Oh, there it is. I found one. It's right there.
Hey.
All right. So, oh wait, there's one right here in the. Oh my God! It was on the screen the whole time. There was literally a wardrobe. You know what? I'm gonna put
the
it.
friends we made along the way.
I'm putting it in
That's
that
right.
corner so that we can have a lion, a witch, and a wardrobe. This is so exciting a time. This is the best time to be me. So, who wants to go first? And we'll determine an order sort of from there. We're gonna get the jump on her this time, so to say.
I feel like you should go first, Charlie.
Okay.
Or at least you should decide what order we go in.
I mean, I think my best shot is to try to get any sort of power source out of her hand. I don't know what that would be, and then
Smart.
from
Like the
there,
loop.
yeah, like we gotta end the stream. We gotta
End the stream. That's
we
right.
gotta end the stream. Okay. From there, I don't know.
So we'll go backwards then. We'll go Charlie. Well, let's do basically this. We'll do Charlie, Nikki, TJ, Shiro, so that we just sort of like do you, Alyssa, and then Alyssa's partner, and then Johnny and Johnny's partner.
Perfect.
Go.
All right, and then the witch at the end. So, let's kick it off. You step in front of the mirror, Charlie. You know what to expect. You've seen her face all over the place. The same power-hungry eyes, the version of you that has dabbled too far in the occult. The version of you that has gone even steps beyond those cultists we saw. Like, if the dark versions of those cultists look like that, and this version of you seems even more driven and power-hungry than them, like, this is a terrifying force. And for all of our purposes here, I will stat this one as an even harder version than Legend. So if we're looking for, like, let's fight to the death, it's going to be very hard, if not impossible. And that's on purpose. We are two teenagers or college-age kids from Ravendine. from game systems that are not built to fight D&D style battles. Every so often when I run a not D&D game, I have to give that preface because players sometimes fall into the trap of like, all right, we're in battle. It's like D&D. Now we just fight to the death. Now, we are still in storytelling mode. This is the story we're going to unfold of what happens when we approach the Shade version of Charlie. And you're going to take it away. Nice version of Charlie.
Okay.
She has taken one step through the mirror this time.
Okay.
She's out for blood.
I know that in my darkest self space, a lot of the power was drawn from tokens. Like, that's what she used. She would steal shit from people and use that to twist it. So I think I want to essentially, if I can find any of them on her person, try to break it.
Yeah. I mean, do you keep any of your tokens on your person?
It's hard because I feel like, and this is kind of going from, right now, a lot of the power is coming from the book because she had told herself she wasn't going to do that shit anymore. But if it's darkest Charlie,
but you picture
like,
that you would, yeah.
Yeah, she would probably have something, like she'd have a power source, but she would also have collections of a bunch of items that she can use to like twist.
Sure. You know your darkest self much more than I do, so whatever you do believe is in that darkest self. Whatever is in your reflection. So what do you want to go for? Supernatural attempt to like pull them off of her, or?
Yeah, basically.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
This is going to be very hard.
Yeah.
Not literally very hard, the mechanic, but because she's a step up, she succeeds on 1s through 4s, unless you can, pin her down or make her. 4 successes.
2. 3 successes.
So close. I did get 4, but
yeah,
it does show that even at this very amateur level of power that you are at, you are, maybe the rage or the fury or the fear is pushing you to where you are almost. Oh my God, it's Nell! Everybody say hi to Nell!
Hi!
Nell, you're gonna want to watch this one back. I don't always say that, but you are gonna want to watch this one back. Yes, so it is close. So we get a dramatic view, from your perspective, TJ. You can see the two of them, this version, and because we described them earlier, they are very similarly built and looking. It's just that the one of them is just obviously so much more experienced and power driven and hungry. The same one. This is the creature that lurched out at you in the pool of water. But it's almost, the Voldemort fight where the power of the magic sort of leans in one direction or the other. They do meet, and it is a struggle, but then it is pushed away into the side. She stops whatever sort of supernatural summons or destruction was being channeled. And it is Nikki's turn, so I'm just going to have Nikki try to pin her down so that she is an easier target. So I'm going to just do the attacks as usual here, and then I'm also going to put on some better boss battle music because we are fighting an evil witch. All right, so I'm going to roll 66 for Nikki. Nikki succeeds on 1s and 2s. Nikki got 1 success. Evil, powerful version of Charlie got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So you watch as Nikki jumps off the stairs to pin down the evil version of you. But a werewolf is nothing. A werewolf is, when it comes to magic versus werewolves, I think literally magic is one of the weaknesses of werewolves, historically speaking. So, you see Nikki is hovering in midair above your head for a second. There we go. And then you watch as it's almost like Stranger Things-esque. Like Nikki's arms and legs then sort of jaunt behind her. And she is just sort of hovering there above your head. looking down at you, and you can see her eyes. There is a little bit of fear as she's looking down at you, but she is still stuck in position. So now the evil Charlie is holding her there, keeping her at a distance and hovering her above your head, maybe even taunting you with her fear. And it is TJ's turn.
Sorry, you said it was my turn?
Yes, TJ's turn.
Okay.
And then we'll do your cat, lion.
Okay. Is my turn, like, if I did some, like, my turn and the lion's turn are separate, right?
Yes. So you'll do something, and then the lion will do something.
Okay. Does she have both of her hands in the air, using her, like, casting her magic, casting her spells?
You tell me, Alyssa, what do you picture the most evil mirror version of Charlie looks like when she's doing her magic? Is it also out of a book? Is it without even the book? It's all in her head? Is it...
She doesn't need the book anymore. Yeah.
She doesn't need the book anymore. She's graduated. She's graduated college. Online college.
I'm asking because I'm wondering if there's she would have told me that she has stones or tokens or something. So I'm wondering if there's pockets that are like that I could reach into and grab and take.
Yeah,
stone.
I mean, that could probably just be a skill check, not an opposing check, especially if you're just trying to sort of sneak up and grab things off of her.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna peruse your pockets for a second and grab this.
So the only melee skill I think you have is craftsmanship, right?
Yes.
So how do you... So now, narratively wise, how do you spin a craftsmanship check into pickpocketing? What's TJ's... Or if you don't want to do craftsmanship, you could maybe go for the supernatural using technology. If is there a technological way you do it? I just know the only thing that TJ's good at is talking and tech, and also occasionally a little bit of craftiness. So how do you leverage that into pulling
What was
off
the
this
last thing
move?
you said?
Craftiness, your craftsmanship.
Oh, yeah.
Talking, tech, and craftsmanship.
Yeah. I don't think talking is going to help right now, unfortunately. So I think the best thing I can do is try to take her totems or tokens from her, and I guess craftsmanship. I don't know how. I mean, I guess I could. Admittedly, it would be a stretch for me to say, oh, I can use it because I would know what I'm reaching for. But honestly, I feel like if anything's in her pockets, it would be the stones that she would need. So I don't really need that skill for this. So I feel like it would probably just need to be a luck check.
Okay,
luck roll.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
So effectively an agility check, but in your case, we're going to make it luck. Because agility would be the actual pickpocketing skill.
Yeah.
So give me a luck roll.
I don't have it.
Yeah, you do get in there, and you start searching around, and then you pull out a hand, and there's a miniature alligator that is just stuck to it, like a little witchy, little occult creature that you had snap onto your finger that you have to pull off. But you're fine. You just don't find what you're looking for.
I imagine I once had to do I once did laundry for my niece and nephew, and the things that they would put in their pockets for I imagine reaching into a witch's pocket is similar to that. I pull my hand out and it's just hair and jelly and just I'm how did this happen?
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It's not great. So that's what you're dealing with over there. When your cat, Shiro, on the other hand, go ahead and I guess you're just going to attack or pounce. I mean, what else does a lion do?
Don't worry, I got this. Yes, I'm going to. I'm just gonna as I'm trying to get it off me. I'm gonna be attack, and I'm very distracted.
Great, and we'll do the checks here. So Shiro gets 2 successes, and Evil Charlie gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Oh.
Unsurprisingly.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's only 1 through 4, so she just has been rolling really well to get those 6s.
Yeah.
Right? No 5s, no 6s. And I'll say with her other hand, she just sort of reaches out and she keeps your lion at bay the same way. So she's got like the werewolf hovering above Charlie, and she's got the lion backed up against the wall with 2 hands, very professionally concentrating on all of this. And it is, if that's it for Shiro, I think it is her turn. So she is going to focus fire probably on the 2 cats, the 2 animals. And I'm going to have her just basically take them and then collide them, throw them at each other in a big ball of fur and claws as they're just trying to sort of push themselves off each other. So I'm going to quickly do her roll. 5 successes. And I don't think there's, I mean, statistically, yeah, 1 success for your sister and 1, 2, 3, 4 successes for Shiro. Actually, a devastatingly good roll for Shiro. That's 4 1s and 2s, but not good enough against her. And so, yeah, you guys are going to both watch and sort of cringe and recoil as they just sort of get stuck at each other. And, you know, there's a lion's claw that gets dug in the back of Nikki, and Nikki's got a claw into the side of Shiro, and they're just trying to push each other off, just trying to back away at each other. But there are imaginary forces that are just squishing them together and causing them to both sort of panic and claw and bite. And the whole time, she doesn't smile or anything. She just loves to do this mirroring of your expression, Charlie. This just like confident, power-hungry glare. To demonstrate. Maybe that's what you're doing, you think. Maybe she's demonstrating what power looks like. And it is your turn, Charlie. Top of the round 2.
I'm going to do something I'm not great at, but it's what I can think of right now.
Yeah.
I want to try to distract her. So that way she can try it, like maybe loses focus on this, maybe gives people an opportunity. But basically, I think Charlie stops the magic, holds up the book, and says, I can make you a deal. And to just try to get her attention and get her away from the shit she's currently doing.
All right, give me a personality skill check. Do you have personality?
I've got none. I've got absolutely none. I'm going off
have
the character's own history that she likes making deals and shit that she probably shouldn't, but I've got nothing applicable.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we can spin this to occult. I'm looking at occult right here, and occult also covers this trait is crucial for characters involved in summoning, necromancy, or dealing with eldritch powers beyond the mortal realm. Okay. So I think we could spend, you know, if this is making a bargain with a dark power, an incomprehensible power from another realm. It's not too unlike what you did with Clippy, is it?
No.
So let's make that occult skill check. So it's going to be probably hard. It'll start at hard. Can you make it any easier?
Yeah. I mean, I'm using the book as leverage. I don't think she's fought far ahead enough. Yeah.
What's your cliche?
An academic and overprotective. When in doubt, she can be found deep in a stack of tomes she definitely shouldn't be reading.
Okay. I might overprotective might be the keyword there if you wanted to leverage the cliche.
Okay.
So that would make it go up from again because you can apply the cliche and you can apply the baggage.
Okay. Yeah. That and I guess I don't know. It's bad baggage for both of them. Of just I think I've got his it was etc. It's just made a lot of bad deals. So
yeah, etc. etc. won't make it worse. Etc. is cool. It's I think very specifically on the sheet. It's listed as it can make drop it by 1 step if etc. applies to the roll. Okay. So you have made it go from 2 dice to 6 dice.
Okay.
And you are rolling occult, which we know is your
Yep.
best skill. So let's
It's
see
true.
what you can get.
Okay. Come on. 2, 3. 3 successes.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
It's a skill check, not a conflict check, so you don't need a million successes.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so I'll turn the tables to you because only you know Charlie's darkest self far better than I do. Probably even better than Nell does. So what the answer then, with it knowing that it's a success, what does that draw out of evil Charlie?
I think on the words deal. I think on the words deal, I think it's definitely like a pause and still kind of stoic, but interest building. And I don't think real Charlie is planning on going, at least she doesn't think she's planning on going through with this right now, but I think she's just kind of talking out of her ass. And which is definitely, I think, isn't necessarily listening to what she has to say, but when Charlie has shown how much power is barely scraping the surface of this book, I think that's the key of she doesn't need it, but she could use it. Yeah.
So I think you feel a tug at your hand.
Yeah.
With the book, like it is being pulled towards her.
Yeah.
What do? Do you let go or do you hold on tighter?
I hold on tighter. And
Now is this book the one you're holding? Is this the same one from the library of the estate, or is this is the estate book?
This is the book.
All right. So now this is how we bring it back into secondary characters. Take me it's Nell, because this is very important about how you pick up that cliffhanger. The book that you guys worked so hard to keep to pull out of here. You know, it is being pulled away, and you grip tighter. What?
She for context for the audience, she stole this book when she wasn't supposed to. Like, we went in to get things to fix the problem, and she sure did say that looks also like it could be helpful, and tried to hide it from all of her friends that she stole spooky magic book. So yeah, it is bad. I think she holds on tighter, and tries to hold her ground and go, it's not a deal if it's one-sided. And tries to like yank the book back and just keep the attention as long as she can while making eyes at TJ to like in the stream.
I have an idea if I can.
Yeah,
use
that
my-
could be Charlie's turn. Unfortunately, Nikki can't do anything right now. So we're gonna take it to TJ.
Okay, I would like to use my my proc.
Okay, what is TJ's proc?
So I called it. That's not what you told me. And the intention is I record everything so I can always scrub back and show that that's not what you said. And that's not exactly the use that I'm using it for this time.
That's okay.
But-
Any sort of interpretation is fine.
Yeah, but this time I'm going to try to use the witch's spell against herself and start the stream again and then show her the phone in hopes to distract her and weaken her against Charlie.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect.
Perfect.
You watch Charlie, you give the signal, you've got her distracted, you don't want to lose the book, but you can tell she really wants it. And this is the end game. TJ pulls out the phone. It's got it all set and run. Are you ready to press that live stream button again, TJ?
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
Oh, you're going to jump scare all of your viewers. It's going to start. They're all still tuned in, waiting for it to start again, and then it's just going to be, ah!
Yeah. And
So
I
as you
press
do
that
it,
button.
you press the button, and you hold it up to her, and she turns her head. She sees the light and the flash of the phone turning on, and she's looking at it, and she can see, you know, herself in the reflection of the camera, you know, the glass on the iris, and she can And then do you want to show her like the screen side?
Yeah, I'm gonna show her the
Yeah.
screen side, so it's got.
So then
yeah.
you flip it around so she can see the feed, and she startles back for a second, and then finally, for the first time, a grin, a devious grin, crawls on her face. And that one hand she was using to hold the lion up, she will sort of drop and look at the phone, and she'll pull something out of your phone. Like she is reabsorbing energy. And it sort of, it's like from the edges of the rim of the screen, it sort of folds out like a curtain onto her wrist and up her arm. And she sort of judders as she reabsorbs the spell. And then she redirects it, and you can feel that pull. Unless I need a might check.
I got nothing unless that.
need
Yeah,
a
no,
luck
I don't have
check.
it. Luck check.
As she pulls the magic and redirects it to get the book.
Did I make things worse?
I just rolled. Sorry.
Any
It's a 2 and a
anything?
4.
A
No.
2 and a 4.
No,
It's not enough.
It's almost 3. It's almost it's doubles, but 3.
Yeah. No, you feel the book
Yeah, no, I know.
pull out of your hand. And just at the edges of your fingertips, you just almost, just out of grasp, and it flies towards her. And that little bit of magic that we've given her is enough for her to reclaim the book. And she, flips it open with one hand quickly, and it's almost like she is remembering, or almost like a nostalgic aspect to her face as it sort of dawns on her all of these things in here. It's a power that she already possesses, or maybe wishes she once possessed, or maybe somebody else possessed it and she never could, but now it's in her hands, and she steps backwards. And you hear the thud of 2 large creatures falling to the floor as the werewolf and the lion hit the ground.
We won?
I think that's worse. I think we made it worse.
I think you're
Oh,
right.
God, I think we made it worse.
Oh,
Okay. No, okay. Yeah.
TJ, your viewer count begins to plummet.
Chat, you're gonna want to. Chat, you're gonna want to do whatever you want. This is gonna be the end of today's stream, and I'm gonna hit end stream.
Yeah, you hit end stream, and you have no problem hitting it. You don't feel any sort of influence or power, anything stopping you from pressing it outside of your own willpower. But you already ended the stream once today, so I guess it's not a big deal. But yeah, we'll have Nikki will also return back into her human form, and the 3 of you will just sort of look at each other. And Nikki, she looks at you, Charlie, and she says, "Did we win? Is that how we got rid of her? Did she want that?"
I didn't think. I mean, I thought she did, but I didn't think she wanted it that much. Oh God.
What do we do now? Also, are you gonna keep that lion?
I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna see Kuro and Shiro. We're like kind of like they're very
Nuzzling.
cutely interacting with each other.
That's cute.
Um,
Inspiration for the Johnny.
I'm like, we've got room. My parents aren't coming back for another 6 months from their vacation, so I've got time to figure out a place for it.
Hey, you don't have anybody at your place?
No, the mansion is all to myself.
Oh. Okay.
They're don't worry. There's room for a lion. I'll be able to. I'll fetch.
Yeah.
I'll look online. I'll fetch the butler to find some food for him.
I'm more worried that there's a little too much room and not enough people, given the state of this. Do you want somebody? You shouldn't be alone, right? I mean, I don't want to tell you, but like that feels like a common sense thing of like no one should be alone right now.
Well, I mean, I've got this guy, and I've got a lion now, and I've got my audience.
I mean, okay. I don't know what to do.
But I'm not saying no. I mean, it's been a little bit since I've had, like, friends. Human, non-digital friends.
Yeah, we should, we have to regroup, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because this can't be, I can't have helped fuck Raven D twice. That's just not acceptable.
So it was you. She says.
Well,
You're doing that thing again.
Yeah, no, I know I am. I mean, I certainly helped. I'd like to say that it wasn't all me, but I definitely sure did help the first time. This, I would like to believe is not my fault, but now I can say it for sure is. So, yeah.
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not your fault, Charlie. Charlie.
Evil me is now eviler?
And what is she even doing? Is it her fault that she's destroying the town? As much as evil legend, as much as the evil werewolves, as much as the evil... Look, it's not just you. You are in this with all of us, okay? And unlike last time, I'm here to help, okay? So let's regroup. Like you said, you and whoever you were talking about, whoever you did this with, Vinny was there. Vinny saw you. Was Vinny part of this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, me, Vinny, TJ, who else?
I do have a fire-breathing cat.
You do.
And I have the evil lion form of that cat. Oh God, can he breathe fire?
That's a question to be answered not in this session. We're gonna kick that can down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And if we can find them, Diana and Emmy were around, and
So
I
you
could
were
ask
with Emmy.
Jules.
That makes sense. Now I know why you were here. Now I get it.
Nikki,
Okay.
don't start. Don't.
Okay.
I could reach out
Cute.
to our old role-playing group and see if maybe they want to help. I think Jules would be willing to. And maybe if Andy's not a werewolf, then he could too. Like all the time. No offense, Nikki. I wasn't like...
Yeah.
Look, I know I wasn't much help, but I'm still sort of getting used to this too. I don't try to do this very often, and it wasn't until everything went to shit that I felt like I needed to be the best version of myself, or the worst version of myself. No, I guess the worst version of myself's in the mirror. So this means I must be the best version of myself, because the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows. I saw that on a poster in the secretary's office at the school.
I was gonna say I know you're in AP English, so you read it. Okay. Great job. Okay.
Well, then if we can just regroup and figure out what to do next, because it sounds like that was bad. But we are not prepared to fight that thing again. She says as she's actively putting a drape back up over the mirror. Just picked up the drape.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Also, I'm very hungry. Did you guys bring any food?
No, but I think we could probably fix that problem, right? I mean, things are closed, but like you've got a kitchen. We could go to our place, but it's kind of far.
I mean, I could show you guys my place. There's a full kitchen and a staff that's just getting paid to feed one person 3 meals a day.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to a private chef. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I'm like very excited about this? I feel like I should be more upset with the way everything's going right now, but like that's, I don't know.
Exciting. Like, it's been a while since I've had friends over, so it'll be fun.
Are you still streaming? Did you just say that I'm your friend on stream?
I'm not streaming anymore.
Ah!
I'd be willing to expand the TJ Vlogs cast if you want to.
No, it's fine. I'll just quit it.
Okay. But if you are looking to be in my vlogs more often, you're always welcome.
She goes for her phone and she realizes she also doesn't have her phone. Oh, we have to go. I have to go find my phone. Let's go. She starts to head out the door.
I'm gonna hop on Shiro and
Amazing. And yeah, I think Charlie will follow after, but true to form, she's gonna like look longingly back in the library on the way out and be like, "Is there anything? No, okay."
I think the library. There is a library in here somewhere. I saw it earlier, but yes. And so with that, our noble heroes of Ravendine, having successfully prevented the curse of the TJ Vlogs, and saving God knows how many people in the process who were no doubt going to starve or be subjected to monsters in the streets when they weren't paying attention. We don't know. We don't have a number. But I think we've done some good here today. Despite the losses that we may need to cut our losses, I mean. Not like we're going to cut that they didn't happen, because they definitely happened. So, Nell, you're going to have to deal with that. So good luck. You're welcome. Here's a gift. But because I've just given you a terrible gift in losing the book, I'll give you one more final gift to end on, which is, as the group of you start heading towards the east side of the city, where TJ's house lays, right on the border of the bubble, right on the edge of the darkness, where like sometimes TJ forgets the town's even in darkness because the east side is still in daylight.
It's so funny.
I remember, Johnny.
Remember that detail.
I remember. Hey.
I'm like, oh, I love the sunset, and you're like, you can't see the sunset. And I'm like,
from TJ's house you can.
Yeah.
Because TJ's house is right on the edge. So as we are heading that way, Nikki will sort of nudge you, TJ, as you guys are carefully walking through the streets, looking out at all the disasters still unfolding. And Nikki will say, wait, by the way, did Jules tell you that he also... And then she'll flash her fangs.
Jules, what?
I think Jules will be useful to us, too. In the same way that I am.
And you can see just, like, TJ's heart breaks, like, on his face.
And, she puts a hand on her back and says, no. This is what Jules would have wanted. Jules has been asking... I'll let Jules tell the story himself. But let's get some grub.
Okay.
And, as I would say the sun sets or the sun rises, but it's always darkness. So we just trudge on into the darkness. we will end our metagame secondary characters crossover. A little bit of column A and column B. Lovely little adventure in Ravendeen. For context on that last bit, Johnny, some of the lore that Nell did tell me about before this, and that I was hesitant to touch because I didn't want to touch Jules, but then I realized I really screwed up secondary characters by losing the book, was that Jules would actually go out into the woods to try to follow his brothers in a wolf onesie. And being like, I want to be one too, I want to be one too. And they didn't do it. They would never let Jules be a werewolf too. Maybe because they're good brothers, same way that Charlie doesn't want Nikki to be one. But we all know that that's what Jules really wanted. So for you, Nell, after my love letter here, I took away your book, but I'm going to give you Jules with werewolf powers. So have fun with that for Recondary. All right. So thanks for joining us again for episode 11 of Just the Q of Us. And until next time, 3, 2, 1... Keep rolling the dice! Oh, no, that was 3 different tempos. Oh, we all went at different speeds. It was